Check, Chuffy 1, 2. Check, Chuffy 1, 2. Hi, you Super Chuffer. I'm Scott, I'm battery exhausted. We've got relaxing background music, which is the sound of a death metal funeral, electric metal funeral. Death metal sound right? See now? Electric metal funeral, hard guitar metal funeral. It's not long since we buried Ozzy Osbourne. Is he buried now? What do they do with him? They throw him out to sea or something. It's not so long since Ozzy Osbourne passed. Now this, we will look at the news. KingCobraJFS. If you know, you obviously know. If you don't, I'll show you a little bit about who he is. He's died apparently, and that's very sad, and I'm taking it relatively seriously. I mean, it's sad. When someone dies, it's sad at the end. Yeah? Don't speak ill of the dead, generally. It's possible that sometimes after someone dies, people then jump on a bandwagon to speak ill of the dead. Depending on how, they behaved in their life. But quite often what can happen is that after someone dies, people start telling all stories they might not have told while they're alive or stuff. So you don't know. You don't know. KingCobraJFS is... I haven't prepared anything here. King Cobra is like a infamous internet lol cow / grime cow, horror cow, I don't know what you call it. He's got his own problems. He's had his own problems. Quite a few of them. Not always been... I don't know. He said some quite controversial things. Has some opinions that I don't share. But it's a weird one, isn't it? It's a weird one with Josh. It's a weird one. So what I'll do today, what we'll do is we'll look at some of the reports, the news, what's going on. And we will... it says unconfirmed. I think it's been confirmed. Someone sent me a message saying it's been confirmed, so we'll look at that. And we'll look at some of his old bits of video and stuff, and there's a documentary about him from when he was young. Weirdly, there's a strange documentary about him from when he was young, so we'll have a little look at that. And reflect, I guess. We'll reflect. Of course, the reason that KingCobraJFS came into my awareness is that Snood, the tractor beam, and the Decepticon, Indrid and Snood, between them, they shared their interest in a different kind of character on the internet, and that's how I learned about him. Feels like only yesterday, but it was actually about 5 years ago now that I first saw his macaroni and cheese food hack. So we'll probably look at one of those. Of course, I'm on the stream. What am I doing here? Big ups Red Fan, big ups Dover and Dolly's mom. Lloyd, I can't read your first name out because I find it offensive. Today I'm going to leave a load of people in the chat who, because it's a King Cobra thing, there'll be all sorts of funny names and stuff, so I'm not going to delete you, but, yeah. It's weird, because, I've got a friend whose brother had Down syndrome, has Down syndrome, not cured, but whilst he doesn't find it offensive if you say certain words, I kind of still feel uncomfortable with it. Like, if I was, if we're in a restaurant and someone said a few words, I'd feel unhappy about it, you know. Sat there with him, he can overhear you, you know, stuff like that. So I don't, not anyway. Point is Josh, and I've got a button here that gets me deleted off YouTube. Not deleted off YouTube, but it gets my stream demonetized. I've got a button here for demonetization. This button.
Where's the fucking book?
Can't let it play. Seems inappropriate to let it play today, but quite often when we talk about King Cobra, I press this button.
Where's the fucking book?
But when she starts going on about the fishnets, it's not the fishnets that gets you demonetized, it's the other words around it. So, can't press that button.
Where's the fucking...
She's gonna be absolutely in bits, isn't she? She's gonna, I tell you what, Nal is gonna use this Queen Cobra, whatever her chuffing name is. What's her name? She's got an actual name, hasn't she? Naked and Laughing Queen Cobra. She's got an actual name. She's gonna find this. Like, this is gonna be her. Like, she's gonna turn into a huge grift. We know that, obviously. But she's gonna be like one of those, like, you know, in a film where an Italian mother loses a child by the mafia, and then they bring the coffin out and they're like, ah! She's gonna be like that, isn't she? R.I.P. Josh in chat there. R.I.P. Fly High Josh. Jessica, that's it, Jessica. How come I couldn't remember her name? Jessica Boyle. She's got one of those names that, like, fits her. Like, Jessica's quite a pretty name, but Boyle. I feel like we should get her on the phone. Obviously, I don't have a number. But I'd like for her to join the show and talk to me about it. I'd like to hear what she's got to say. She'll be in bits. She'll be really upset. Mind you, she was really upset when Josh didn't want anything to do with us. Like, she started grieving for her relationship with him a long time ago when he just told her to leave and please don't come back. So, and we have got to discuss a really different... Oh, hang on, am I in focus? I'm more in focus when I'm here, really close. My camera doesn't autofocus, so I have to mess about. Hang on. See if you can focus on my hand. Can you focus on my hand? You got me? And then a bit further forward, because I lean forward sometimes. Can you focus on my t-shirt? Can you see my t-shirt? I'm taking this seriously. This is an old t-shirt. You see how old it is? It's faded. People think I'm insensitive for wearing this t-shirt. If you don't know who Shannon Matthews is, look it up. People think I'm insensitive for wearing a t-shirt, but I really do want to find her. I really did. Anyway, look. I've done some AI pictures of Josh. We'll do some more during the show. If you've got any suggestions, I say this at the start of most shows that I do on my streams, now I do anyway, is that if you've got any AI pictures you want me to make, I've got the AI software, I pay for it, so like I've quite got the good one. So if you've got any pictures, tell me what they are in chat, I'll put them in the AI, and then I'll make them. They happen very quickly, and then I'll put them in the folder, and they'll come up on the screen. So you get a choice, you get a chance now in chat while it's early, while we're starting in this early bit, to give me your suggestions. I'll copy and paste them into the thing. It'll make the picture. I've got a picture of Josh's face in it. He's wearing a suit, you see. I've got a picture of him in a suit that I use as the base point for this. So mainly heaven stuff. You know, I tried to get him and Ozzy together, but I don't think they wanted to do Ozzy. So do you think it's got anything to do with Ozzy? This is a big question I've got to ask, I suppose. Do you think that his death had any relation to Ozzy Osbourne's death? On YouTube, you're not allowed to say certain words. You know, you're not allowed to. Who killed him? You see, did he do it to himself? Did he do it to himself? I should be serious about this. You know, there's a hotline for this if you're struggling. It's 118 in the UK, and that's the Samaritans. And in America, it's 123, something for free. It's called Lifeline. I don't know the American number off by heart because I'm not in America, but I think it's 123. Look it up on YouTube, on Google. If you're struggling with something, look it up. Look up the number and call someone. Like, never ever get into but then people do get in states, don't they? They do. So, it's hard once you're in especially with intoxicants, narcotics, it's very difficult to think straight. So there's that. But then in his most recent video, he said that he was feeling unwell, and we will watch that. Someone sent me a confirmation here. So I'll show you this. In what order am I doing this? Let's just quickly show you this video first, and then I'll send you the confirmation. I'll show you the confirmation. Feels a bit weird because obviously I'm covering this from an internet perspective. I don't know Josh. I've seen a few of his videos over the years, you know, that sort of thing. But it is also a very delicate and sad moment for his family. Like, he's a real person. So, you know, just a bit of like flying through the middle road here of not being too offensive. Not making too many jokes, but also you see me smiling and laughing, so like I'm sure he would have enjoyed the idea that not just a cup of tea here, but I'm about to pour some of my orange squash into it as well. So, you know, we can make a few jokes, you can have some brevity, but it is a true serious moment as well. So yeah, give me a second because I am new to this. I'm a streamer, I'm a content creator and a video maker and a streamer, and this is my second backup channel, B-side. It's not a backup, it's a B-side channel, and it's for doing internet poop, you know, that sort of stuff on lolcows and what have you, and all sorts of other stuff. So I've been away from my streaming for about 5-6 months while I made a big important documentary that's now available on Superchuff on my main channel. Check that out. So I'm just a little bit rusty on the old working the internet, but I'm not really, everything's fine. Okay, so this video is from Thikimoto. You should be able to see that on the screen, but unfortunately you can't. And it says RIP KingCobraJFS, and it was from earlier.
Welcome in, YouTubers. I regret to inform you that KingCobraJFS is no longer with us. I took it upon myself to do a little bit of research. A lot of you saw the police call about the man with blue lips, etc. I regret to inform you guys that those are true. This is not a troll. I called the non-emergency sheriff's office, and I'm going to share that call with you guys right now.
On our desk or in another line. Please leave a message and we will get...
Press 2. Hang up and dial 911. If you need non-emergency dispatch services.
But his name is Joshua Fay Saunders.
Okay. Give me just a moment here. We have gotten a lot of calls regarding Joshua. We're just asking that anyone that has questions about Joshua's whereabouts to give this phone number a Friday. Just let me know when you're ready for that phone number.
She gives a phone number.
Area code 307-235-9458.
And then I say, you know, hey, it's a little bit weird. You can't give me any information.
Yeah, just I'm not able to give any details out over the phone, so you'll have to call that phone number for Natrona County Sheriff's Office, and they'll be able to give you further details. Okay, no problem. Thank you.
And then when you call that phone number, this is what you're greeted with.
You have reached the Natrona County Coroner's Office located at 6550 Wildcat Road, Evansville, Wyoming.
So it's the coroner's office. So that's bad, isn't it? And then there is confirmation found on Reddit. I've been sent an hour ago, so I'll just show you that after this.
We're either away from our desk or in another line. Please leave a message and we will get back to you as soon as possible. If you need immediate assistance or to reach the investigator or
So
I did want to shout out Thikimoto, who was the channel that I saw first that, you know, posted that video. And then this is Reddit. And here's the video from Clint. This is Cobra's dad. So like it all seems a bit more serious and like sad when you watch people that like are directly connected to him talk about it, I suppose. So I'm just going to bring the tone down a little bit. Sorry, I can't help but be like, you know, a little bit jokey about stuff. But...
And
oh, he's going to cry. This is going to be sad. Are you ready? This is going to be sad. Dover and Dolly's mum, you probably want to go and make a cup of tea or something. Like, this is going to be a sad bit.
hello. I'm Josh's dad, and there's a lot of rumors going around, so I wanted to make a video for Josh. I went to Josh's house yesterday to take him to the doctor, and when I got there, he was sleeping. I tried to wake him up. He was not responsive or breathing. I realized that his lips were blue, and I tried to revive him. But he was already dead. I got on today to delete all of his social media because fuck you is how I'm feeling. But I realized that would not be fair to his fans, and it's certainly nothing he would want. As you all know, Josh was harassed and bullied terribly his whole life. I mean, from the time he was 3, it was just nonstop. It's like he had a neon sign that said, "Please pick on me." And for some reason, so many people on this earth felt that picking on him was okay. That just because it's him, it made it all right.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly take this point that on my channel, I've never picked on him. Like, we've laughed at his food stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like people call him the Boglim, don't they? And I was, like I said earlier, I was introduced to the concept of King Cobra through a detractor channel called Detractor Beam, which I'm a mod on and a guest, and I'm really friendly. You know, I love those people; they're my friends. And like between us, we watch his content and like, oh my god, and like, you know, laugh at it. But like, I've never directly gone to him and said like, Josh, you fucking this and that, or like gone in his chat and tried to like make him feel bad or anything. People did send him stuff to his house, which is harassment. Maybe we'll talk about that in a bit. But like, again, I'm not part of that, like, you know, closer sense of harassment. But I think if someone's going to be on the internet and they're going to be an extraordinary character, then they're going to get people like, there's a spectrum between, from one end of the spectrum where people are fully harassing and trolling someone, where at the other end of the spectrum I think there's like people who are interested in internet stuff, and like I've never been one. Like, we used to have a guy on this channel called Alan. Like, not, it wasn't on this channel, but I used to cover him and his story because he was an internet chuffer, and he got deleted off YouTube because he's a bad chuffer. But as we covered him, I ridiculed him an awful lot, an absolute awful lot. I ridiculed him, yeah. Like, but stepping over into harassing him in his personal life, I always said no, that's a line we absolutely will draw and we're not going to do. And then on top of that, there was a moment where I said his hand looked like a bit of ham. And it was a silly thing I said, he's got a big funny hand, and it got taken out of control. Like, other people made memes and like ham hand and hammy this and ham, and it became like more, I was there to take apart what he was saying and what he was doing and not make ad hominem attacks. But I did make some ad hominem attacks, you know. But then when it started to like build, I said it in a stream, let's stop that because it undermines what we're doing here. King Cobra is not even like that for me. He's not someone that I needed to try and expose or take down or anything like that. It's just a curiosity more than anything. So I personally, like, I see what he's saying, and because I'm covering it online and have talked about him in the past before and been on shows where we talk about it, like, I completely understand what he's saying, but I am not going to take any responsibility for anything like that. I am definitely not a harasser or like a bully of Josh like that. You know, there's lots of different ways that you kind of quite like the little chuffer, isn't there? Like, even though, like I said at the start of this stream as well, he's got opinions and he said things that are misogynistic or whatever. I'm not going to speak ill of the dead like that. Like, some of his opinions and some of the things he said, I thought, ooh, like, but you actually kind of quite like the little chuffer, don't you, when you watch him? Like, because he's like a little, like, he's a character, isn't he? An eccentric, a character. And so I'm watching with eating popcorn, like, oh my God, what's he doing this week? And all that stuff with his, like the drama in his relationships and his life and moving and the house and all that, the drama of it all, like the show, the people that would come round and pop into his channel and whatever, that's just part of like a sort of rolling soap opera rather than being an aggressive campaign of hate. So, Jessica Boyle sent him highly poisonous. Big up the road, chef. I don't know if this is true. But I mean, who knows with that?
Where's the fucking?
Who knows with her? Who knows? I would think she's going to take this and this. She's going to be a martyr. Well, martyr's the wrong word, isn't it? But she's going to be like the mother of the like, in the mafia films where a child gets killed by accident by the mafia in like a crossfire, and then this grieving mother is like screaming, and the mafia men have to just stand, and she goes up to them, oh, I hate you mafia men, and they can't do anything because usually the mafia men do the bad things to the people, but they can't because she's it's gonna she's gonna absolutely she'll get a tattoo of this on her face. Do you know what I mean? Like this will never end for her. And it's kind of sad that she tainted his legacy by being part of his life in those final years, I suppose, now when you look back at it. Let's continue on with what he's saying. I just wanted to, I think there was a lot of harassment and bullying of Josh. I think there was. And I think what he's saying, in his actual life, like when you grow up and you're alternative, when you're not like the norm, when you're a bit of a rocker, you get that harassment and bullying anyway. In the UK, there was a young girl who was beaten to death with her boyfriend not so long ago for being alternative, for having different hair. So that shit goes on, and I was one of those people, not the harassers. I was one of the people with the different hair, I was one of the people that was like down the skate park smoking a reefer and getting harassed by the local chavs, and you know what I mean, so I feel for Josh in that way. I understand him being alternative made him a potential target, but also him being different, him being, I suppose, neurodivergent might be the right word, that might have made him a target as well. So I think his dad is really he's making a really good point, but isn't it strange as well to be grieving your child and have to deal with the online presence and the concepts like he is? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Then I feel like I should take this back and just let it all play in one and not keep pausing him, but for respect purposes.
Hello. I'm Josh's dad, and there's a lot of rumors going around, so I wanted to make a video for Josh.
I'm playing background music myself that I made on Suno just for this purpose, so if it's too loud, tell me. If it's overpowering his talking, I'll turn it down.
I went to Josh's house yesterday to take him to the doctor, and when I got there, he was sleeping. I tried to wake him up. He was not responsive or breathing.
I certainly will look up the video. I will, yeah. After this, we'll look at some different videos. Yeah, these are the stream today, so we'll look at different videos. I certainly will, yeah.
I realized that his lips were blue, and I tried to revive him. But he was already dead.
That must have been like such a traumatic experience for him. I don't know,
Today, to delete all of his social media, because fuck you, is how I'm feeling. But I realized that would not be fair to his fans, and it's certainly nothing he would want. As you all know, Josh was harassed and bullied terribly his whole life. I mean, from the time he was 3, it was just nonstop. It's like he had a neon sign that said, please pick on me. And for some reason, so many people on this earth felt that picking on him was okay. That just because it's him, it made it all right. And that he didn't matter. But he did matter. And I want to thank all of his fans. Because you made him feel like he mattered. And it made him feel very special. And he lived for you guys every day. Josh struggled a lot with depression and was extremely suicidal most of his life. And you guys helped more than you could ever know. Because you made him feel like a person. I can never repay you for that. Thank you for supporting him, for encouraging him, for all the gifts you sent, for the people who helped him produce his music and his wands. Thank you so much. As you know, Josh was extremely stubborn and wouldn't let me help him with anything, because he had to do it on his own, and I get that and I respect that. Those of you who know Josh, you know how kind he was. Anybody who came to visit him in person can testify that he was such a beautiful, beautiful soul. He would help anybody. He would invite anybody in to have a beer. He would treat everybody like they were a family. And he was kind. And he was especially kind with elderly people and animals and all of insects. God, we weren't even allowed to kill insects. We had to save them. He was just a good soul. And if you can, raise a glass today for Josh. Doesn't have to be alcohol, especially given these circumstances. We don't know how he died. He died in his sleep. There's going to be an autopsy, and they think it's probably something like his appendix or liver. So if you can today, raise a glass for Josh. I don't know if it would be appropriate to do alcohol, but that's what Josh would do. He struggled a lot after he lost his best friend, Walt, and after Ozzy died. He's just really, really struggling, and he started drinking so much.
Spoke to my friend Snood from Detractor Beam, who reminded us that it was exactly a month since Ozzy's died, apparently. And I do question whether that, like when someone means a lot to you, when they're iconic to you, and they die, like, it does rock your world in that way, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know how much that played into this, but yeah. And as he said, another friend of his from the Wyoming universe died recently. It's all very sad, isn't it?
But raise a glass to him today sometime. You can go one better and make it a combo. Put two things together that no one in their right mind would want to drink. That's what Josh would do.
I'll put my
Please do
squash in
not
my tea.
send me any private messages. I won't read them. I will simply block. If you have any positive things you'd like to say, or comments, or memories you'd like to share about Josh, please do it here on his page, and please respect my family's privacy. All hail Ozzy. Hail Satan. Fuck suicide.
I agree with fuck suicide. I don't agree with hail Satan.
Fuck sickos.
Fuck sickos, yeah.
Long live Joshua Fay Saunders, JFS. Gothic King Cobra. I love you, man. I'm going to miss you so much.
That is difficult, isn't it? That's a difficult watch, yeah. There's 4 more seconds on there? No, it's just like that, okay. So that's his dad. Fuck sickos. Fuck sickos. I'll tell you something that will happen, inevitable with situations like this, is his archive of content will, like, I'm glad his dad hasn't taken that down. It will now be used to create, I want to say reaction content, but like obituary content, you know, reflection content. And for the next few years at least, there'll be people making, like, it's an irony, isn't it? But like, after someone dies, their popularity gets a bit of an uptick on the internet. So there'll be people that are interested in the story, new people that come to the story, and there'll be a bunch of people that are gonna, like, I don't want to say take this opportunity, because it's just like, you know, it's the thing that happens, isn't it? You know, to eulogize or create obituaries for Josh out of his content. So interesting what you're saying in chat, I guess. Yeah, like, it's difficult with someone like Josh, because, like, you know, it's a big conversation to have, isn't it? But helping someone to live independently, and then like protecting them from their decisions is like it's a balancing act when they're in that situation, I think. And ultimately, like if you've known people, like, no, I'm not just talking about like, you know, neurodivergence here, but I'm talking about people who are self-destructive. Like sometimes they have to work out the need to stop. Like what it is you can't stop someone from being self-destructive if they feel self-destructive inside. Like same about institutionalization, like then like you might just react to the institution even worse. It's something people have, like you have to want to, do you know what I mean? It has to come from within you for whatever reasons or whatever ways. So, and this is a weird one because nobody knows the exact facts, do they? We don't know the facts, and we're going to wait for them. Like the coroner, the process. I hope they do a full and proper autopsy. I think we'll watch that video about Nal sending the seeds, right? First of all, I'll watch his latest video, Cobra's latest video, I think, just to keep things in order. I don't know. And the irony of me not being able to find his channel, there it is, there's his channel, because other people are uploading it already. You know, like the algorithm is. The irony is that like his channel is being pushed down the algorithm by people talking about his channel. But here it is. Let's make it fit the screen better. Do you know what it makes me wonder? Like, you need to have your shit. Well, I'm not planning on carking over, like, but like this is now his legacy, this channel. Like, and I hope it's, you know, arranged the way he wanted it. The picture of the trees is nice at the top there. I like that. Like, it hasn't changed much for years, has it? But like, you know, if there's anything he wanted to put up or take down, like now's. So, but this is his legacy now. This channel. The one thing I would have done, and it's going to create issues. In like, I've seen other channels like basically all these videos are called the same thing. Look, food review, drink review. Like they're all. Like, it would have been nice if the videos were called. Hang on, the music's changed into more upbeat stuff behind. It's changed into my intro song, my Super Chuffer intro song. That's bad. It would have been nice if he'd called the episode "In This Food Review I Eat" and describes it, or "I'm talking about so and so," so you know what it is. But they're all just called the same thing, aren't they? So, and this is just a month's worth of content. Look, so it goes back. The mead. I wonder what happened with the mead. Is that just going to go in the bin now? Oh my God! All this stuff. Like, what's going to happen with all this stuff? Like, it's such a weird one. No one, like, people are going to want it. People will want his stuff. But if you went into his apartment now and his trailer now, and like looked around, you wouldn't know what's rubbish. For Americans, trash. Cobra ones go up in price, maybe. But how would you like? Who's gonna like? His guitar's obviously worth something, isn't it? But like, some of this stuff is literal just junk. But to some people, it's treasure. Like that snake thing that he has on his chair, like, you know, there's so many items there that are like semi-iconic to certain people, but to others, if you bag them up and put them to, like, if you took them to Goodwill or the charity shop, they wouldn't want them. They probably came from there in the first place. Like, Nal's bedroom looks like it's a charity shop, doesn't it? Nal's bedroom looks like a bric-a-brac shop. It looks like she's sleeping in a second-hand store. I feel compelled just to click this one because it's just for some reason 3 months ago.
Facebook, what it do? McDonald's has these new chicken strips, and these are just simply scrumptious. Ordered 4 pieces.
I mean, he wasn't living well, was he? Like, he wasn't healthy.
one of their chicken strip dip sauces on one of their ranches. They were out of the strip dip sauce.
When he moved out of his apartment, he sold slices of his carpet, did he? Was that his carpet? I suppose it had to come up because it was destroyed anyway.
We tried their new chicken strips. The McDonald's.
Look at his thumbnails.
One of their.
Sorry, not his thumbnail, like for the video,
Chicken
like his
strip.
actual nails on his thumb.
Strips. The McDonald's. Well, these are hot. Hot tamales. Because these are simply delectable. Let me just dunk that in some of that ranch.
Different here because he's eating it straight without messing with it. Usually he'd put it in the microwave with a big like load of condensed milk or something. But his teeth as well, they were getting bad, weren't they? Like there was a degeneration that was happening and he was at the like degenerative end of it or whatever you want to say. Like he was, you know, things were getting bad. Like if his teeth are that bad, then you have to ask like what's inside as well. Do you know what I mean? Like if he's not taking care of himself, if he's eating so badly, drinking so, like it's a lesson for everyone, but we all know it, don't we? But most of us aren't this extreme. You know, most of us brush our teeth. But then in another way, he's living the dream, isn't he? Well,
Oh, the steam coming off of that. These are fucking hot and fresh, pardon my French. I've done a review of these for my YouTube channel before, but they're pretty good. They're hot. They're strip dip sauce. This is sauce they made specifically for these.
and one thing you can say as well is that he lived exactly as he wanted to. You know, he died doing what he loved. Well, I don't know if he died. I can't say that for specifics, but you know what I mean? He didn't compromise in any way. So 100% of the time he was doing it like I did it my way. You know what I mean? Like, is there an electric metal version of death metal version of My Way? There probably is. I know there's a punk rock version, which I can't play because of copyright. But you know, imagine.
What's up, YouTube? So
Imagine someone playing "I Did It My Way" by Frank Sinatra, but like, I did it my way. Like, you know that. Imagine that. You've imagined it. You don't have to search it on YouTube now. You've imagined it. So, his hair, people's hair does, but you don't know. Like, I think, and I think I'm right in saying this. There were a lot of signs, like signals, that his health was in decline. And you know, if you're watching this and you're watching lolcow content and stuff, like, you know, like Foodie Beauty, I mean, I'll just say it straight, Foodie Beauty's going to die in the next, like, she ain't got that long, has she? So, like, Amberlynn Reid, like, will surprise herself by having serious medical issues, I suppose, but it won't surprise the rest of us. And you just sort of wonder how long they've got, because they are hugely, massively obese, like, morbidly, they call it, don't they? It's a health concern. And Cobes, in a similar way, was, like, deteriorating before our eyes. And, you know, like, this is, like, I mean, in a way, it's almost so true rock and roll, isn't it? Like, I remember when I was younger, right? When I was younger, someone mentioned in chat there, Sid Vicious, yeah? Like, when I was younger, the glamorization of that punk, like, I grew up in the 80s, so, like, just in the era of, like, the main, like, I suppose main punk era was just, like, 60s, 70s, 80s, like, by 90s it's post-punk, isn't it? It's pop-punk, it's other stuff, but, like, punk, the Sex Pistols, like, the glamorization of all that, the idea that being a rock, like, and this grimy Kurt Cobain grunge, like, rock, Black Sabbath, you've obviously heard about it recently because Ozzy died, you know, taking something that was not polished and was this other thing and popularizing it, that was not culturally that long lived, was it? It was like, you know, I want to say a fairly modern concept in a way, but this anti-hero, this, like, this idea that the ideals of society, bright polished white lovely t-shirt, zipped up, got my tie on, you know, my briefcase, like the antithesis to that, this metal thing, it meant that, you know, so what if your hair's falling, so what if I got food in my beard, you know, grunge, innit? Like, just live like raw, and it's almost like a glamorization of that, a sort of idolization of the rough, the rugged. And I remember growing up and thinking, like you see the rock stars like Kurt Cobain and people like that living completely off the rails, and you like think, oh, I wish, that's the, when they talk about people smashing up hotel rooms or throwing TVs out the thing, or you know what I mean, like that's almost like the pinnacle of that culture in a way. So seeing him like this, you were able over the years with Cobes, I think, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I think maybe Punk died with Crass in 1984, big ups. There's a band whose name I haven't heard for a while, Crass. We actually played a few gigs when I was younger with some punk bands. One of them was Sponge, and another one was what the fuck was the name of the band? They released an album called Demon Musa Bonk. Was that Sponge? Might have been Sponge. Anyway, like the point is that like you can see all that, like that's the culture now, yeah. Like maybe a slightly dated culture, but like the rock, like he fit into that. So when you see his physical degeneration, like you can kind of like pass it off, or even like I was saying, like it becomes part of this mythos, doesn't it? Like the rock star that just doesn't give a fuck, that takes all the, like Ozzy Osbourne. But even Ozzy didn't live that all his life. Like Sharon had to get hold of him and like sort him out for the positive and the negative there. But like it was, it's destructive, it's self-destructive, it's off the rails. But it's also something that is seen, I don't want to say in a positive way, but it's like the what's the word I'm looking for? I've said enough words about it, you know what I mean, don't you? It's like the glamorization pinnacle of it. You hear about these super rock stars who just don't give a toss and do all this stuff, and they're the ones living the dream, aren't they? Because they, have all the parties and smash everything, completely off the rails, self-destructive, and within that culture, he seemed to fit in. So I think that means that his physical degeneration might have been missed in a way, because, or not even missed, just accepted maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm saying about him losing his hair.
We're going to make a screwdriver. We're going to need some vodka. My favorite.
I can't. My brain for remembering things from when I was 16 is difficult now. But I was in a band, right, and we were trying to make it, and we got to the point of playing not just local gigs, but playing with another band who were real. And Sponge was that band, and I can't remember like enough about it all. Because we played one gig with them and I got kicked out of the band essentially because I wasn't good enough. I was more like him. I had like clothes off and I had the words weird sex written on me, and like things were happening. Rock and roll. Big boots, I was more for I thought that, I wrote songs and I was aesthetically, but like the old popping and slapping, I was a bass player, I was just sort of more of a chugger. So don't get me started on that because it'll turn bitter.
Cheap vodka is Nikolai because the cap is black. And as far as cheap vodka goes, this stuff is pretty fucking smooth. Not a sponsor.
Is this what video I watched now? Is this his latest video? I forgot. Yeah, this is his latest video 3 days ago.
What's up?
But there is a 4-hour one before that. So we'll watch this. This is 3 minutes. Then we'll check out on what's going on in the 4-hour one. But this is his latest video. This is his last posted work.
YouTube. So what we're going to do? We're going to make a screwdriver. We're going to need some vodka. My favorite cheap vodka is Nikolai because the cap is black. And as far as cheap vodka goes, this stuff is pretty fucking smooth. Not a sponsor. Although if you fuck with Potters or Fleshmans, that's your choice.
Do you know what? I'm going to say something now, and maybe people are going to be like, think I'm wrong, but over the years I haven't really been able to tell the difference between vodkas. I don't drink at all anymore. I'm teetotal now, but I do not like very expensive vodka. Maybe is better than cheap vodka. Like real cheap vodka, you can taste it. Tastes like meths, can't you? It's like lighter fuel. But like I've not really like Smirnoff versus this versus that. It's fucking like what is it? Lovely. Oh, this one's with Zabrowska from Poland with the bison grass. That does taste like cinnamon and apples and stuff. But a straight vodka and you're mixing it, I don't really. Why am I arguing about this? Why am I even arguing about this? Also, what occurs to me straight off is if he, and we've got to be careful about what we say because it's on YouTube apparently, but if he was planning something, he may have uploaded a video to say so, or, you know, like a last video, and this doesn't feel like that to me at all. So I think he might not have been expecting his demise.
Let's pour a little extra for Ozzy. There we go. A little extra for the Oz man.
On the other
And to
hand,
make a screwdriver, you need vodka and you need orange juice.
like if you're pouring glasses of vodka like that, then that's... Do you know what I mean? That's like when you're in... I'll tell you something else as well from someone that's used to drink a bit, is when you're in the mode of it, like you just have to just slowly increase. Like I used to drink a beer after work. Like I used to run my own beer business, and like if at 3 o'clock I wanted to have a bottle of beer, I could do that, yeah. And then like I go to the pub after, like, so that's my drinking for the evening. But when I got home, I'd play FIFA all night, and like I get some cans of beer from the shop, and I'd pop them in the fridge. So 8 cans of beer. Well, sorry, it started with 4 cans of beer, didn't it? I'd already been to the pub, 4 cans of beer, play a bit of FIFA, and then once all the beer's gone, I think to myself, like, you know, I need another couple of cans of this. So I start buying 8, and then like at the end of the night, I'd be like, I've drunk 7, I might as well drink the 8th one. Isn't it? And then after a bit, I'd get. I started on. Like, I got bottles of rum because I was like, you know, 8 cans of beer is quite a lot to drink, so let's like rum at home instead of 8 cans of beer. And like basically, you just start to slowly increase because you do, don't you? And like he's at a point here where he's pouring like glasses of vodka that, if you drank it yourself, could potentially hospitalise you. If you drank one like that, the initial. I've seen people in drinking competitions, you know, drink silly amounts of straight spirits, and it messes with you. And if you're doing it consistently, you know, he's at a point there, like, it's just, that's the scary thing, isn't it? That's the scary thing.
I, as a kid,
like, to take something from it.
Grew up drinking Tampico.
I need to look up Sponge now and see what songs they did.
And Tampico came out with this mango orange tangerine flavor. This stuff is delicious. Anyone else grow up in the 90s drinking Tampico? Tampico Mon. Alright, let's pour some of that in there. Gently
Snuff.
now.
We played with Sponge, and there was
Liquid Breakfast.
There was another band called Snuff. This band. I can't even remember if we played with them or if we just liked them and they were in the like scene or something. I remember I went to a recording studio and there was a guy. I was doing work experience at the time. This is like way back, and there was a guy that was the drummer from Snuff came in and was playing some drum stuff. So I met him. So Snuff. Right, I don't know. Let's go back to Cobes.
You want to hear a shitty joke? What kind of mushroom's always talking smack? A shit talkie.
Also, this is going to sound weird, but his ankles, like, you look at his feet and they're dirty, but his ankles look really swollen. Like, this doesn't look right with his legs. That looks to me like, you know, a heart issue with his legs like that. Like a circulation thing.
That'll do it. That's a good fucking screwdriver.
It's basically pure vodka, mate. Well, that's it. That's his video. That's weird. You doesn't even see him drink it and stuff. That was 3 days ago. And then 5 days ago, there's like a 4-hour video response.
What's up?
I don't know what he's responding to. We'll watch a little bit of this. I do want to look at this now video that's been suggested about these poison seeds. I do want to have a look at that because it just feels a little too eerie and weird. But I don't know if it's like tarnishing his memory to put it in the same stream. Of course, let's not worry too much about being too serious on YouTube, eh?
You glorious
On this channel.
Hogwarts infested wankers. King Cobra back at it with another video. Okay, so let me just grab my drink that I made. This is a whiskey and peach, my newest drink combo. I think it turned out pretty delicious. It's twisted peach tea mixed with Jim Beam peach. and like 4 peach ring gummy candies at the bottom.
I mean, ultimately, like this is the weird thing about this now, actually, for me, is that we're watching him just drink himself into this state. Like, it completely is. I wonder. Like, YouTube's got harmful practice set up, hasn't it? Like, you're not allowed to do things that are harmful to yourself and others on streams. And drinking is socially acceptable, isn't it? So people just drink and, like. His ankles do look very swollen, don't they? Yeah, I think you're right with that.
Just kind of slowly sip on it and enjoy it and savor the whiskey, and fucking those peach rings will get nice and melted and all gummified and everything.
And like, Cobes wasn't the sort of person to Cobes wasn't the sort of person to take symptoms seriously or do something about them. So like, his teeth are endemic of that. Like, it's that rock and roll thing, like I'm saying, like, you just drive it into the ground. You self-destruct, essentially, don't you? And if you see the signs and symptoms of self-destruction, then you just like go harder. I've seen a lot of people live like that and be like that and die like that, I have seen that in my life. Considered almost to be the archetypal, or not archetypal, like I can't quite find the right word, but it's like they are the most rock and roll one, if you know what I mean. And there's no helping them because they're the most rock and roll one. They live like that rock and roll. There was a young girl that I used to know around our way. She's mellowed out now, and she I don't know what she's doing with her life, but she seems very nice. Like, I've always thought she was a good, nice person. But when she was in her prime, she was the most rock and roll one, and she was like fully rock and roll, like chaos. And to some people that's glamorous, and it's like, like, it's the bands they like, it's the music they like, it's the lifestyle. So
I don't know how the fuck she's got a boyfriend, because fucking I would never date a chick that hates men. I don't care how badly I want to smash. And to be brutally honest with you, Drew Avalaf is not that good looking. She's nothing special to look at. And she's telling anyone who will listen on these podcasts about how much she fucking hates men. But she goes, oh, she doesn't feel that way about her boyfriend. And she blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay. And you take one look at her boyfriend. He's like a super muscly, overly jacked feminist. You know the type. And the thing I would say to Drew Avalaf is that if you don't see your boyfriend like that, then why the fuck do you treat all men like shit?
I don't know what this shit is. I don't know what's going on here. There's 4 hours of it. I don't know who Drew Avalaf is.
Being slut shamed. You're a hypocrite.
Look at his feet. And that can't be right, can it?
See, you know what happens when us guys
It makes me question whether that's dirt or bruising.
encounter dudes who are better looking than us and more successful. If we don't like them, you know what we do? We don't hang out with them. Why do women insistently want to hang out with women that they hate?
Like, Cobes would go on these rants. Sometimes they would be misogynistic. Yeah? Like, there are things he said, like I said earlier, that I don't agree with and I wouldn't have pay with, but he's not an intellectual. It's like a lot of this racism that's going around now, this like, new nationalism, this return to the, like, it's weird. One of my friends was telling me that she thought that what happened in the Second World War was going to come round again, like Mussolini, Hitler, and it was going to happen, and that we were going to be on the wrong side of it, and our countries were going to end up being like the new Nazis, essentially. I was like, what are you on it? Like, I heard her and I understood, and I thought, wow, it's a big concept. I don't really see that happening in our country, but it kind of has. But a lot of the people who are engaged in it, in the grimy nationalism pushed onto them by the propaganda of the elites through the TikToks and the tweets, they're not the most thoughtful people. Like, they're quite basic. They're not like intellectually, they're not, haven't been thinking about these bigger social issues for a long time and stuff. They just see something very clean and plain in their face, pushed into their face sometimes, or in their local area, and they're, I've got a thing to say about it. And so they're, being able to understand their motivations and being able to understand where they're coming from, and it not being that complex, I kind of like, I'm a bit forgiving of it in some ways. I'm not really, I'm a bit anti, you know, fascism, but I could, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't think Cobes, like, what I'm saying is I don't see him as a particularly bad person, even though some of his opinions here are quite, you know, thing, because I don't think, like, he's that thought, I don't think he just don't think he understands it all that deeply. So he's giving quite a surface level take on some things, but
or that they're
yeah, Nal's going to make it all about her. That's why I'm kind of holding off watching her video for a bit, because I feel like it's almost inappropriate to watch it. But that Jessica is going to, I don't know how, like, I predict a response from her, and a very dramatic one. I mean, I almost predicted, I can't talk about it properly on the internet, can I? But I almost predict an attempt from her to gain some attention and sympathy that might even one-up his death, if you know what I mean. Like, there's one way to really make it all about, yeah, you know what I'm saying, yeah. So there's one way to really make it all about her, and that's the way, isn't it? That's the way. So I don't think that she might go all as far as that, if you know what I mean. But like, I don't know what we're going to see from her. Like, I think she'll want his stuff as well. I think this sounds mad, but I think she'll want his stuff. I think she'll try and insist that she has this, and like, maybe she'll even go there to, like, you know, because I don't think people, the people on the internet that watch his show will want his stuff. Well, I don't know, his dad might want to keep his guitar or something, but he's not going to want all his crap, is he? So, like, someone's got to have that, and they'll be fighting over that. Like, she'll want all his stuff. She'll be able to put it in her house and make her room look like his room. I don't know. Like, there's going to be some weird shit going on from her, and it's going to go into the realms of weirdness. It's got to, hasn't it? It's just got to. So predicting it's going to be difficult, but I predict some sort of, like, large attention-seeking, self-destructive blowout.
Secretly jealous of, because guys do not pull that shit. This is why our life is so much more simpler. Like, I'm literally sitting here sipping on my whiskey and peach, like.
So we're entering an era now as well with these cows, yeah, like, whatever you want to call them. Like, this, I don't really cover the horror cows as much, or haven't covered the horror cows as much. I've covered on this channel a bit of Dark Side Phil, and this Alan guy who was a UK grifter, a true crime grifter, who said some really awful things about murder victims, and their he got sued by the family of the Chris Watts family. The victims of the Chris Watts family sued him, and they won. So, like, there was a bit of a story there, so I covered that. But like, when things are a bit horrible and disgusting, I don't know how to. But I think we're entering an era with, certainly this is going to mark the start point. Foodie Beauty's next, and I suppose to a certain extent Anne-Lynn Reid will come after. She's a little bit younger, but, like, you know, Foodie Beauty's next. Any day now as well with Foodie Beauty, things could just tip the right. Like, she's on a very teetery, and she's not good at balancing. Any day that could tip the wrong way with Foodie Beauty, either the social situation she's in the Middle East there, or you know, her health. And, like, she's not, like, let's say Foodie Beauty has a health crisis tomorrow. Do you think that the Syrian hospitals are going to be able to, you know what I mean? She's not going to be able to fly back to Canada. Like, once you're having the health crisis, you can't get on the plane. So, like, she'll be in a sudden spiral. It's going to be a weird age. Like, Dark Side Phil's not going to necessarily, like, he's, for all of the weird goings on, Dark Side Phil seems to have lost a bit of weight, and, you know, he's less likely to just do a Josh, I suppose. But I haven't seen his ankles recently. I don't know. Big ups to Pillar Start, to the Plier Spartan. You're planning on making a tribute remix of King Cobra. Good on you. I think there'll be a lot of legacy content that's not his, but is made by people who reflect on his life, if you know what I mean. Like, his channel's there as his legacy content, but the actual legacy of his will be explained by people making other content about him. So that's cool. Yeah. A fight back to Canada could do Fuji in. if I was her, I'd rather take. Well, it goes without saying, doesn't it? I don't know what she's doing out there. She's done some awful things recently. I covered the grifting off the Down syndrome child on Twitch because I couldn't bring it to YouTube direct because I just thought it's too much. But I might go back to covering a bit more foodie beauty because, as I say, going off a tangent now, but I do feel that these lives of self-destruction, whilst they have their moment in the sun on YouTube for a shock content, or look at that sort of moment, they have an inevitable conclusion. So I don't know if everyone, like, maybe not everyone that was watching King Cobra was aware that this would happen, but I didn't realise it would happen so soon. I thought he had a few more years to go, a few more teeth to lose, but like, there is no other, you can't, I don't think you could sit there drinking like litres of vodka and smoking your pipe all day. I say this, I smoke cigarettes and stuff, but like, I don't think you can do that and not have a, yeah.
Are modern day women okay? Sincerely, you'll sit there and bitch because guys approach you and all men are pigs, and we're all rapists and serial killers and
oh my god,
stalkers and creeps and weirdos. Where? And the second we stop approaching you,
I might as well press this button now because monetization's down the pan with this one, isn't it?
Where's no fucking blonde whore with the fucking tits and a fishnet and a fishnet?
Nah, I love that button. I put it on a Stream Deck button, but when I press it, YouTube gives me the immediate demonetization. What, those words? She's saying those words again. All right, let's have a look at her. Let's have a look at her. I mean, this can't be right, can it? I mean, we know it can't be right because it's her, but she's got her own music on it. I don't want to play it. What is this? Hang on, what is this? Like, her channel, recently on her channel, I noticed she had a load of old videos and they sort of came back, these taste reviews. I think she's recently decided, these are 8 months old, yeah, but they had disappeared. I might be wrong. I was sent someone a message. I was like, oh, her channel's changed. Look, she's uploaded a load of shit. Like, she uploaded a thing about Foodie Beauty, like a clip of Foodie Beauty doing something. Here, this fail poll routine, no fuss bacon, Deftones clip. Oh, the Foodie Beauty one's gone. I'm sure I took a screenshot of it. It's not that important, but she was uploading like clips of other lolcows and stuff, and I was like, I thought she's trying to make a channel here. Like, she's trying to actually make, because usually she just goes on a live stream and it's black for like 8 hours and she's drunk. But I thought she's trying to tidy up her channel and make it so like it looks like a normal channel. People do this on YouTube and it's weird. I mean, we can all do it, can't we? Most of us tend to leave our old content there just because it's there, but you could tidy it all up and then make it look like you're not a nutter or haven't done all this stuff. But people remember. So yeah, so like, well, there's an 11-hour stream. There it is. Like, you tune in and it's black.
Aw. I forgot the damn banana.
I don't know if she's asleep or not sometimes. It's just, yeah. I've started to, like, wane. When she was doing her streams a little while ago, I was watching a few of them because she was a bit interesting. But she started to wane, hasn't she? But then she's tried to make this channel, like about a month ago, she tried to make it look like a normal channel again. And I didn't notice, but 8 days ago, she posted this. Like, she's sort of come back to life again on the channel in a way, like in a more normal way, like a little video of this. The Deftones look. Oh, I filmed that in 2013. I'll put that up because it might get me some. I think she thinks that would attract people to the channel through some sort of viral attraction. But she should take them down because they're not the most viewed things and they're copyright, aren't they? I don't know if they are actually if you're filming at a concert, but anyway, it's not what your channel's about. But. So as part of that, she's made an intro. Like I said, she is trying here, isn't she? Oh, it's so tasteless that she's using his Cobra thing now, isn't it? Don't you find it incredibly tasteless? Oh, she's ban evading. Yeah, good shout. She must have been banned, hasn't she? She must have been banned. But isn't this her channel that she got banned with? I don't know. I find this incredibly distasteful, though. She stole that off him. That's his identity. She's not Queen Cobra, is she? She's like forced. We all know. I don't have to say this, but she forced her way into his life so that she could clout chase off him. So, and that got her out of a difficult situation. I don't know how, but like, you know, she's still in a difficult situation. Whatever. But this, I don't think he would approve of the color scheme, the song. Like, I don't think any of it. Like, I don't think this is acceptable, really. Like, I find it distasteful. I don't know what the music is about, and I don't like it, so I skip. This is brilliant already. Brilliant already. Classic lolcow content. I keep saying lolcow. I don't even like the term too much, but it is what the internet says, isn't it? But filming something like that, where you know, shake your cam on your phone, get your hand in there, start touching things. I love it.
All right, so I'm sending a little care package to Josh, you know, because Ozzy passed, and
Josh. She sounds a bit negative when she says his name.
I just want to send him something to show him I still care about.
No, you don't you feel like you can't trust her at all? Don't you feel like she's like, I just want to do something nice? Like, it's like that. It's like watching. Do you remember when you were a kid and there was Hansel and Gretel and they went in the woods and the witch was like, come in my house, and they're like, oh, thank God there's a house in the cottage in the woods because we're lost in the woods, and the witch was like, come in, I'll be nice, and then she put them in the fucking oven. Like, it feels like when she's being nice, that's worse. It's more scary to me because it's more sinister because you know she's not nice.
I'm thinking about him. Gonna send him that painting of the cobra I did last year.
What's he want that for?
Some twin snake gummies. Some Cherokee.
Like, are we 10 years old or so? Like, do you remember when you were like in school and like, you know, if you like someone, like you might put together like a mixtape and like, you know, a bag of sweets. Like, he doesn't want any of this. He wants you to leave him alone.
Pipe tobacco.
Big up Your Average Potato. Not sure if anyone's brought it up, but the Natrona County Coroner's Office has put out a press release on their website regarding Josh, at least confirming he's passed through government channels. Thanks for that. I'll trust you. We've watched his dad crying, so I do believe he's dead. And yeah, we'll wait, you know, not today, but we will wait for the autopsy to find out if there's anything we can learn from it. But, you know, we can all learn. We already know, don't we? You know, like, probably best not to drink litres of vodka and go anywhere near this woman.
Some rain lily seeds. A Bacardi cap.
So is it the rain lily seeds? Is that what we're saying?
Because it's got a bat on it. He loves jalapeno cheddar. Cheetos.
Like, he wouldn't have just ate them knowing they're poisonous.
And those are like the
Would he?
little puffs or whatever. A Jack Daniels.
His last upload, he was complaining about being in pain. I'll have to try and find that bit.
Cup.
Was it in the 4-hour one? Because the last upload was just like a 2-second video of him drinking a vodka. Yeah, we'll have a look.
It's already wrapped up. It's got snowflakes on it.
It's turning into a true crime episode. So I'm laughing because I've done so much work covering on my main channel, Super Chuffer, my main channel. I do documentary content, body language, like, you know, like slightly more serious content. And I veered into the true crime world a little bit by covering one of their cases. And there's so much fucking mess in that world, true crime or whatever. But yeah, it's turning into a true crime one.
So Christmas edition. Some cough drops because he's sick. Some purple clematis.
So he's already sick at this point, though.
Seeds. Some more jalapeno cheddar. A homemade box that the box from the $1.25 tree that I painted, designed myself. Little surprise in there. A card and a letter, which I'm not going to show you guys that. Little mini verse ribs.
Like, what is that? Like, she's she's like this, isn't she? She's like a magpie. Like, she just collects things and finds things. And like, oh, that's nice. I like the look of that. And like, what are you going to do with it though? Like I need to throw that away when he gets it, I suppose. I will put my proper main channel. This is my latest video. I'm going to shamelessly self-promote now. I'm going to pin that message. That's my latest video. It's a documentary about British history. You'll enjoy it. It's a serious bit of like kit. You know, I've done a proper documentary, so I do that, trying to do my best work for YouTube, and then like no one cares. So I should have sent some tiny ribs to Josh. What is that?
Does it want to focus? No, it does not. Okay. Some mini-verse ribs that I turned into a magnet so he could put it on his fridge. Yeah, that is not...
Okay, to be fair, if you stuck a magnet on it and you could put it on your fridge, it has a purpose, a decorative purpose on your fridge, and you do eat ribs and they come from the fridge. Well, I don't, but you do, but yeah.
Focusing at all.
I used to be more romantic in my younger years, maybe. You know, I had a girlfriend who sent me a load... It's going to sound bad. I hope she's not watching. Sent me a load of shit like this. I kept the cassette tape. She sent me a cassette tape of her talking about stuff. I kept that. This was in, like, you know, I was not too young, like in my 20s or 30s. Like, I kept some of it that was romantic, but like, I don't really want... like a picture of a butterfly. Like, I like that you did it, and I like that I've received it, but what am I going to do with it? Like, should I frame it and keep it? It's not my sort of vibe. Like, I don't know. Like, so I wasn't always down with, like, you know. But when I was like younger, like I could write a love letter, or mainly it was cassette tapes, wasn't it? Do you remember when you put a tape together and you put your songs on it? That was the thing. But... Anyway.
Snake envelopes.
Yeah, big ups. Okay, in chat you're asking, I wonder what happened. Like, you know, Slappy Chop says an uneducated guest thinks it's involved teeth, and people are also saying liver and kidney issues, Lil Mick. I think it's got to be a combination, maybe. Like, I think his swollen ankles, like the deterioration of his teeth, like they're all embellic. They're all like, they all show that he's deteriorating health-wise. Like, if they're external signs, internally it's all got to be going on, and it's like an interplay, isn't it?
Forgot to give this to him last year when I gave him that. That is not focusing.
But you're right about an infection, yeah, like, you know, something like that. Sepsis, they call it, don't they? Like blood infection, when something just takes hold quickly.
Okay. When I gave him
and obviously nothing in his house was clean.
Yes, I forgot to give this to him.
Well, a tag for a thing. No one wants it. It's rubbish.
And...
So part of this, though, the reason I'm watching this is because apparently there's something that killed him. Seeds or something. And we're saying it was those seeds. I mean, I don't think we can accuse her of deliberately murdering him here, because as much as I'd like to, because she's like, those seeds are in there for, like, they're seeds. She hasn't said eat them. Like, you don't eat everything in here, do you? Like the pictures and stuff. Like, he may or may not. Maybe they're poisonous, maybe not. The only things that he could have consumed would have been the Cheetos and the Haribos. And, like, is it possible that she's contaminated them in some way? Nah, not really, is it? Yeah, I'm going to say it's alright that she hasn't. She's really proud of this. She really likes that rib thing, whatever that is. What? Is that open? That's open. That's open, isn't it? I might be wrong. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just folded over at the top. Oh, he can go to the shop himself and buy Cheetos. I don't know what the... Send him the money instead of anything. She did that. And then one day ago...
And, like, move my other snacks to the other side.
He's eating the Cheetos. And she's cut it and uploaded it to her channel.
Cheetos.
Oh, she's still fucking obsessed with him.
Minis. Jalapeno. You see that? The packet of barbecue fell off. But anyways. Cheetos, minis, cheddar jalapeno. Oh.
Cheddar jalapeno.
Excuse me. These are fucking delicious. They're basically like...
At no point, because he's uploading so consistently, you know about his diet and everything, like, you know it, yeah. So at no point has he got any room for nutrition, and like everything he eats, like it's like all contributing to a negative effect on his body, isn't it? Like he eats an entire packet of them. Like a serving suggestion is probably only like this many, and like we're all guilty of it. I sat down and ate an entire packet of Walker's Bugles last night. Cough, 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 cough. Just don't care. But like the consistency of it, you know. I also go for a walk. I also eat like vegetables. Do you know what I mean? I think he was just like increasing that burden, and even just looking at this, because I haven't watched all of his videos so regularly, so recently, he does look quite out of shape here.
They're like little cheese pops balls, fucking.
A bad diet doesn't do it at 34. Yeah, maybe, but can do if it's consistent throughout your life. And when you talk about a bad diet, I mean, he is like possibly on the worst end of the spectrum, but also the alcohol and the other things as well. Like, it's all compound factor, isn't it?
Yeah, these are definitely getting the Cobra seal of approval. So it's like, oh, what wacky shenanigans is Cobra up to in today's video? And it's like, wouldn't you like to know?
Mind you, and I shouldn't, you know, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but I don't know if this counts as speaking ill of the dead, but didn't he also have other narcotics and things like that as well? Like, you've got to throw those in as well.
Now you're throwing a fit because guys won't approach you. I'm like, wow. You're bitching about a problem you created yourself. Let me know how that works out. But then if I bitch about the same exact reasons when you're drooling over Chad and the Calvin Klein ads, I'm being told, well, Cobra, if you want to be as attractive as that guy, maybe you should get your teeth fixed, lose some weight, and get some hair plugs, you ugly fucking creepy piece of looking shit.
Oh my god. I mean... people in glass houses, but I don't know. I'll tell you what's weird about this is kind of who he was, yeah? Like, he would do this, but, and like, they're the bits that I found him to be least pleasant. On the other hand, like, he'd do all sorts of other stuff and he could be quite charming or funny. And like the guy, you know, his dad said he's kind. Like, he was. You know, but it's a shame that his last 4-hour video is like this, I guess.
Their points. We're not going to be mean. We're not going to own the libs, okay? We're going to hear them out. You guys are...
Because roasting radicalized politics is too fucking easy. I don't give a fuck if you're a radicalized Republican or a radicalized liberal. All you're doing with your radical bullshit is making your political party look bad. Like, you see these radicalized fucking Republicans throwing a...
Alright, so, why did she send flower seeds? Cobes never touched grass. Like, if she knew they're poisonous, there's a potential... I'd call it a subconscious thing, you know, something dangerous. But I think it's that, for what it'll be is, and I'll give it, you know, the fair crack of the whip here. If it's a dangerous, poisonous flower, like it's a poisonous lily, it's this romantic rock and roll idea, isn't it? The venomous snake, the poisonous flower, the dangerous sex, you know, like beautiful but deadly. Like, she's there just trying to, like, she probably picked them up from some junk shop somewhere and just, like, had no use for them herself, so threw them in. And in her mind, she probably thought he'd plant them and they'd be in the background there and she'd see the thing grow, and just like the plant grow, she probably put a magic spell on it so that if he grew the plant, he'd fall in love with her or some shit. I don't think she would have expected him to eat them. So... yeah, I don't know. I'm looking here to see where he says about feeling sick. Do you remember what he was saying about it? Or because I looked through the transcript, but because it's a 4-hour video, I'm going to have to use the transcript search facility. And I've looked for the word sick, but he was calling other people sick, so that didn't help. I wonder what other words could be used to look for vomiting, maybe. Did he say? No. Throwing. He uses all the different words in these 4 hours, so trying to find the exact moment where he's talking about being sick in this is going to be difficult.
People would have been bitching because, well, not all body types look like that, and that's fat phobic, and how dare.
And, like, I don't really have cause to listen to his opinions. And just posted his last Facebook update. Fair play. Did he say something? Anne Lee. That's a Dark Side Phil. One of my Dark Side Phil detractors. I don't want to say friend because I don't think I've ever spoken to them, but, like, you know, I'm aware of them because I'm in that circle. Isn't it? I'll just throw it up on the screen for you while I'm looking at it, and we'll look at it together. I should be subscribed to it, shouldn't I? Maybe I'm subscribed on my other channels. That's the Reddit post. We've had a look at that. And that was 4 weeks ago about Ozzy Osbourne. Or is it a video? Facebook final update, yeah.
Feel like shit, Facebook.
Of course, he was putting on stuff. I'm never going to go on Facebook and look at people's content on Facebook, so for whatever reason, I'm never going to. Alright, you can go out, dog. Oosh! You know, the king could be having sex with a cat and put it on Facebook. I'm going to have to miss it, I'm afraid.
Hurts to lay down. Been up all night puking and pooping. Oh man, I feel like shit. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm clammy, my stomach hurts.
That sounds like a vasovagal response. I might be wrong in saying the wrong words, and I'm not, you know, a medical professional, but it sounds like he's having a like the body gives it you like that, like the sweating, all that stuff is in response to something else that's going wrong in the body, isn't it? So, and the pooping is different. Like if he was just drunk or, you know, stomach issue, like hungover and all that sort of stuff, but the pooping's an issue as well, isn't it? I mean, it's very crude to be talking about it, but I suppose.
Been up all night puking and using the bathroom. But I will push through this. Oh, it hurts. It hurts to breathe. Fucking my stomach. My stomach hurts.
Wow. Yeah, I know who Andy is, yeah. I know who Andy is. No, I've watched the video there, look. I don't think anyone, big up the spirit of Hogan, no one has the autopsy is yet to be performed, but from what we're gleaning, it looks like he had some sort of deterioration in his health. A lot of people are saying liver. Like one of the things we've seen in the video is that his ankles are very swollen, and that suggested in chat there about food poisoning or something. It sounds like something, like some sort of sickness has caused his system overload in some way, doesn't it? Tell you what, like I'm more, I don't know what the word is, like comfortable with the idea that he's not intended this to happen. And she hasn't done it to him, like intentionally. It's an unhappy accident, a sad accident, a tragic consequence of living in such an unhealthy way. I think, yeah, saying about the alcohol would have done it eventually. I think it can't help if, you know, you can't go into hospital. Like, well, he didn't go into hospital, did he? But, you know, you can't struggle through a health issue and also punish your body at the same time. I saw him eat a chicken sandwich he left out for 3 days. I don't know if that... that quote there, I saw him eat a chicken sandwich he left out for 3 days. I don't know if that sounds like... You know, that sounds like something you could read out at his funeral, like as a positive. I once saw him eat a chicken sandwich he'd left out for 3 days. Yeah, that's our little guy. You know, he just... Do you know what I mean? It feels like a... Like, rather than like a statement that could have been something that led to his death. Do you remember when you saw him eat that chicken sandwich? Yeah, that's that little guy. You think Nell still loves him? I don't know if she ever really loved him, but loves the attention that she gets from being around. I mean, do you know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, she definitely is obsessed by him, or with him. But, you know, my gut instinct is that she feels more strongly about her own situation than his. Because she sort of destroyed his situation when she went in there to try and benefit herself. But. Yeah, it doesn't sound like this was self-induced.
Feel like shit.
Like, he's complaining about it, isn't he? He's not saying that he's not giving us any sort of. He doesn't even say he's, he thinks he's going to pull through, basically.
At Facebook, it hurts to lay down.
Bless him. Like, I don't know about duty of care. Like we said at the very start, he's an adult. He's living his own life, like his dad said in the video. He very much wanted to do things his way. And if you want to watch any of that stuff and you're just joining the stream, I've covered it earlier, so I'm not going to play it earlier, but you can skip back. I think this video is like one step away. Like, I'd like to think that if I made this video, someone might suggest that I went to hospital, or at least send a check. And I suppose his dad did go and check on him the next day, didn't he? I'm not suggesting his dad should have gone immediately and sorted him out, but do you know what I mean? Like, looked like if he'd maybe got medical treatment a bit earlier, he might have been better off.
Right. Puking.
The lily seeds thing, I think we're going to say no to that, because this is the care package that she put together, and the lily seeds are in there, but they're not like disguised as food or anything. They're just like in a package like that. And it says what it is on it as well. She's written it on it. It doesn't say toxic or anything like that, but I don't expect him to eat them or smoke them or anything. Like, maybe he did. You don't know with food. Like, with food, it's like a dog, isn't it? Like, he might have eaten something like... Sorry, I shouldn't describe it like that, but like he would put all sorts of things in the food combo. He might have said, right, food combo, Cheetos, sneaky snakes, mac and cheese, pizza, throw the lily seeds on there. Like, he might have done that. Like, that's possible, but if that happened, that's him, not her. Like, she sent him something toxic, but it's not intended for him to eat. I really don't think so. They didn't send him a note that said, eat the seeds. Yeah, she didn't encourage it in any way. I think her intent there would have been that he grew the flowers, and they were poisonous but deadly but beautiful, like in the same way as he might have, the cobra, like all that sort of stuff. Like, it's a kind of rock and roll, a black lily. Like, I think that's just... And I think she owned those seeds because she picks up shit from anywhere. So, like... Yeah, I don't think she went and, like, bought something poisonous to send to him in a secretive way and attempted to... And I don't think that his physical response... I mean, it matches poisoning in a way, I suppose, doesn't it? But, like, he didn't call it out himself, did he? He didn't say, like, I've ate these seeds and now I feel poorly.
Gonna bitch about sexism and, like, the opposite sex having...
And in this video, for the 4-hour rant, he doesn't seem to be poorly in this one.
...sensitivity. So the second you start including everyone else...
Well, he does, but you don't see it because you're so used to seeing him in this state,
who's not overly weight, unattractive... and ugly and this and that. All of a sudden now you're a piece of shit because you're not...
I do think it's a real shame that his best side is not his legacy. Like, well, it is in a way, it will be, but this recent, and the recent intermittent outbursts about this sort of stuff really put me off him. As a person, like his dad said he's kind, and I'll agree with that. And I'm not going to speak ill of the dead, like I said, but he, I don't know if I'd have enjoyed hanging around with him and shared his views and opinions on some of these things, but. Now's community post doesn't mention Cobes. What's she done? This is unfolding as we speak. 21 minutes. My subs were at 547, I think, yesterday, and it's jumped overnight. What the fuck? 556. 56. What? People in chat are saying botulism. Until we get an autopsy, I'm sort of, well, you don't know, some of you, but I was very firm when I was covering sort of true crime related stuff on the other channel. I was very firm that I wouldn't listen to any rumour, but yeah, we don't know yet. If you do know, and it's going to come up, in the new, if they've announced it publicly, officially, then fine. But I think we're just going to have to wait for the autopsy. But I can understand it, getting food poisoning is obviously going to happen because of the way he lives and the stuff he eats, and then that can be really, really serious. So she doesn't know yet, do you think? She just woke up. I don't know, maybe I should do this in 2 different streams, because I feel like something really bad is about to happen regarding her. I feel like she's going to have the fallout, crash out. She's got to do it live. Hasn't she? Who's she going to call and talk to? Pick up Jersey Gal. Yeah, it is difficult. It's a weird thing, isn't it? It's like we're covered internet curiosity in a way. And this is part of an ongoing story of something that we've looked at from time to time. If you look on this channel, there is a stream specifically where we watched her on a live react stream. I couldn't do that every week, but we did one of them. It's called Demons and Chillwood now. It's weird the way her story now, this is supposed to be a bit of an RIP Josh, but we can't talk about it without also this now, can we? You think she's going to lose her shit? I think she will, yeah. I think she will. I think that my prediction is that she will do some huge cry for help, attention seek. I also predict that she will want his stuff, and that she'll be sort of going down. She'll probably, when she finds out, she'll probably just go there. That'll probably be what she does. Initially in some sort of show of mourning, but increasingly to get her hands on his stuff. Scroll her post. The yellow flowers are a version of Rain Lily. This. These yellow flowers in her garden. I wouldn't know. Some pictures of some stuff. I wouldn't know. I mean, she's got to know very quickly, because she just go on the internet and her algorithm will be all Josh. Won't it? Like the way we live now, most of us, you go on the internet as part of your routine, don't you? You get up, you brush your teeth, you have your coffee. For me, it's I go outside with the dog, and I'll, before I leave the house or in the back garden, I'll look on the phone on the internet. And the algorithm's just going to pump it into her, isn't it? Why would she send seeds to Cobra? Yeah, but why would she send him a bloody, packet of crisps? It just, anything. It's just hat. It's just crap that she like. I don't think she thought that through very carefully. And it'll be like, I tell you what, it's weird. Tell you what's weird about it. You know, Sid and Nancy. Do you remember Sid and Nancy? Again, like this is the whole story, isn't it? This is the thing that these people who find the romance of that stuff that you shouldn't talk about on YouTube. You know, that sort of romance in that, like whether it be Ian Curtis from Joy Division, Kurt Cobain, like Sid and Nancy. Sid and Nancy were obviously not just self-destructive, but co-destructive. But people wonder, you know, don't they, about like Kurt Cobain, whether he did that himself or other people were involved. And they wonder about Courtney Love. And like Ian Curtis, to a lesser extent, it was his romantic relationship that caused his mental, not caused, but you know, he felt sad about. But then now there's going to be a sort of a sense of John and Yoko about this, like she is destructive to his life and ruined certain things for him, and then now there's this rumor, or I believe people will want to believe in a concept that she's partially responsible. So if you can ascribe responsibility to her, and there's like if there's something like here that looks poisonous, then they're going to go, it's fucking she, because you've always thought that she, you know. So well, you worried that she was going to go around and murder him direct, didn't you? Like, but or someone, I don't know. What is this anyway that she's posted? They're raw shrimp. I thought that was cotton wool in a bag. Tilapia, it's fish. 2 pounds of fish. That's the fish. It's been cooked, look. Baking paper, oven, fish. Oh, she's making fish tacos. Well, they do look quite bright and cheerful. She is fish tacos, I tell you. Anyway, what we're waiting on now is the response from now, really, isn't it? We're waiting for that to kick off massively. I thought I might watch a bit of the documentary about Josh, but it might just be too sad, and like you might have all seen it before. I'll remind you of who I am, actually. You're watching Battery Exhausted, please subscribe, please. But also, I'm Super Chuffer, and if you've ever heard my name in detractor circles, they call me Super Chuffer, they don't call me Battery Exhausted. And I've done videos on YouTube about other stuff that are a bit like, you know, some of them are quite serious, some of them are quite messing about, but this is my main channel, Super Chuffer. My recent thing is a documentary that I worked really hard on, actually. Thank you. So you might want to watch that. You probably don't, but you know, that's the shrimp that was recalled. What's going on with the shrimp? Am I missing things? Like, I haven't watched her in a little while because like it got a bit drab. Like, you know, she's sitting in that room, and like in the room that looks like a. I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like someone's died and they've done a house clearance, and like, you know, you go around like a yard sale for someone that, and they just like bought all their stuff and put it all up in a room. What's this now? Late night food cooking. You don't call it food cooking, you just call it cooking. What else are you cooking? Can you imagine looping over a man's sub 16 times and not my cooking? Ha, couldn't be me. Bit tonight and I'll do chicken quesadilla tomorrow. I don't know what she means. That's raw bacon though, so she needs to. That needs more cooking, if anything. That'll definitely need more cooking. And some raw chicken in a dish. Like, they're both bad for it, aren't they? Josh wouldn't even like that. He'd put it all in the thing with some mac and cheese. He'd have preferred that. His most popular video. That's actually quite good. That's his most popular video, the magic cigarette trick. How did he do that? Oh, there it is. He's got it. It's gone. And it's back. That's actually quite good. I'd have thought he'd have put it behind his ear. Like, you do that with a pencil and you put it behind your ear and it'd fool a child. Yeah, in chat, what's your favourite... thank you for the subscribe. What's your favourite Josh thing that he did? Like, for me, I keep saying it, the mac and cheese. And there's the taco burrito or something that he leaves out on the side and it's got an insect in it. That was a big moment. But I probably came to his story quite late. Probably about 5 years ago. Through my friends at Detractor Beam. So, like, it was his food combo. Like, his food hacks. You call it hacks. And he'd put, like, all the stuff in the bowl and then leave it out overnight. A lot of them are very similar. But one of them, the mac and cheese, really stands out for me for some reason. Probably because I would never consider making that quantity or style of mac and cheese, but that one really stands out. Oh, it's gone. Where's it gone? And it's back. Hang on, I need to see that again. Why didn't he do more of this? Like, he actually is. Could you imagine if he really was magic? Like, fully actually was magic, and all these wands and shit he was talking about. Like, we all just, silly, isn't it? Because he's making wands out of chair legs. But actually, it turns out that he really was fucking magic and had done a deal with Satan. If you do a deal with Satan, live fast, die young. You know, maybe this is the fastest he could have lived as well, considering who he was and whatever. He's not going to make it to Ozzy Osbourne levels, but, like, legend now, isn't he? Legendary figure on the internet. I shouldn't think too closely about that. His next most popular video, and you can see why with the thumbnail. You can see the thumbnail has, and this one with the black hair, that the thumbnail's really...
YouTube, being a man, it's not about playing guitar. Listen up, YouTube, being a man, it's not about playing guitar.
You know how your videos get loads of views after you die? You know how people's videos, like, because loads of people will watch his videos now, they'll get the algorithm bump. Like, YouTube won't know that he's dead, it will just know that people are watching his videos, so it will start pushing them out a bit more, and then more people will watch them. If you could, that's really good, isn't it, if you're on YouTube? However, you're dead, so you, like, it's like, there's a negative there, you don't. But, like, could you imagine if you're watching me now, if you just, could you imagine, I'd like you to imagine that I'm also dead, so watch my videos too, please. Sorry, it's completely distasteful.
Now, being a man, it's not about shredding guitar. Being a man...
This is a 30-minute video.
It's not even about smoking a cigar. Let me tell you.
This is his video. He used to promote Tactical Soap. Okay, it's a product. He used to promote it. And this is his advertisement for it, I assume. Like, you know, you kind of like, oh, I'm obliged to make an advert for the product that I promote, but 30 minutes. More like an infomercial, I suppose.
You, huh? Let me tell you.
But they're going to use this on the clips, you know, for the documentaries they make on YouTube about him next. I'm not quick enough to do this. I'm already working on my next video for Super Chuffer, actually. I'm working on a very interesting video about being in outer space. And so it's got a space theme, actually. It's an educational space theme. Futuristic sci-fi educational space theme, but I'm already editing that, so I can't put that away and start doing my Cobes video now. But some people will be banging out there. I mean, if you're smart, you will have prepared an obituary for Cobra, Foodie Beauty. Prepare your obituary for Amberlynn Reid now. If you're Oh Lordy, It's Geordie, or who else do I watch? Alex is Shook. Shouts out Curious Cat. Right, if you know Curious Cat channel, go and have a look at that for Foodie Beauty. If you're working in that field, you might want to prepare your obituary now so that you don't have to edit it on the, because this was, anyway. Was he not sponsored by Tactical Soap? Or was that just me? tell you what as well. You got that ring on, look. You got that ring. Don't fuck with that shit. Don't fuck with that Satan shit. Anne Boleyn Reed's not going to outlive anyone.
What about the beer you drink? It ain't even about that, YouTube.
Well, she outlived him, but...
No, being a man, time for you to man up. You want to smell like a rock star. You want to smell like a badass.
Do you know what? Apparently, Ozzy Osbourne smelled really nice. I heard this anecdote after he died. Someone told it on his thing. Ozzy Osbourne smelled really nice. And someone asked him at a gig, like one of the rock stars, oh, you smell really nice. Was it a rock star or was it just... Anyway, like this person asked him, and he said, I can't tell you what it is because I don't want you to tell everyone what I smell like, but it's my signature scent. I buy this particular one. And then later on, Ozzy gave him a bottle as a gift and said, you keep this quiet, but this is the smell of Ozzy Osbourne. And he didn't reveal what it was, but apparently Ozzy Osbourne, for all his metal and rock and all that, used to smell quite nice.
Get yourself some tactical soap and start smelling like an alpha male. I've seen people charge way too much money for pheromone products that don't even do the trick, slick. But let me tell you something. Tactical soap gets the ladies in the mood, my dude. How much money would you pay for a soap like that? Hundreds? 200s?
Yeah? No? More?
Let me tell you something.
5.
Tactical soap
500.
is only $10.95 a bar. With shipping, you're looking at a little bit over $11.
No way. You should have brought it down so it shipped at 10. But yes, shut up and take my money.
Now, for a product that actually works, I mean...
Well, it works. It's soap, isn't it? So, of course, it fucking works. Like, for what it's advertised. They only really promise that it's going to clean off dirt. But then again, how is this guy... This is something I've never put 2 and 2 together. How is Josh the face of soap? Like, how has that ever happened? I never really... Oh, you like the pentacle? Sorry, I'll show you something quickly. I'll show you something, right? We cover this other guy on this channel called Bob Hickman. Bob Hickman is very religious and just...
God entered my body like a body my same size. It is Labor Day. Have a fun and happy Labor Day. God entered my body like a body my same size.
God entered into my body like a body my same size. Now, that might just sound like a slogan, but he's painted it on the side of his car. God entered my body as a ghost body, he's written there. World's only Holy Spirit-filled man. So if you see that car coming by, he doesn't do leaflets. He's written a book, though. I've got the book. I own the book. I've done a big stream on it before. And Bob's still consistent with his uploading here.
God entered into my body like a body my same size. It is August 12th, maybe? 13th?
Usually he knows the date.
It's
He's confused about the date, and he's naked.
Tuesday. I worked. It was supposed to be my day off. I think he's going to ask me to work again tonight, and I better say no for the
I don't know if he's referring to his boss at the trucking company or God himself.
first time. Because I work for the staffing company. His own employees are saying yes.
So we'll look at Bob, and like, this is my friend. He's not my friend, like, but this is Bob, and I cover him. Like, he's somebody that when different channels cover different people, this is someone that I cover. So I'm semi-convinced he might be. I don't know if he's all.
Entered into my body like a body my same size. It's Sunday morning, June 29th, 2025. Just got out of the bathtub. Got a woman waiting, so I better make this quick. Have a good one. I just got off a 12-hour shift. It's time to go to bed.
He's got a woman waiting. I assume he means tied up in the basement because he can't be going on a date. I don't have any dates. I don't have a woman waiting. I don't have a girl. How come I don't have a girlfriend and Bob is doing better than me sexually? it doesn't seem. Anyway, back to Cobra, because I just wanted to show you that we got discussing religion, and I just wanted to say, you know, Satan isn't bad, but the other side of things, God. I'm on the side of the good team. Well, Bob, it gets confusing. I just say it gets confusing. Do your own thing, but try and be good.
Really now.
Cobes, it's about Cobes.
If you would like to buy some of that badass soap that you see me shower with, then I'll put...
The thing is, right, this video was 5 years ago, like what I would consider to be like maybe his peak, but he has deteriorated quite quickly in that time, and people, you don't see it because you expect him to be a grungy goblin, you know, his teeth are going, like you just kind of watch it, but like that deterioration does not go on forever, does it?
Put the link in the description box below. Coupon code King Cobra for 10% off your next order.
Sad.
Now over at tacticalsoap.com, they got the
do you know what
four amazing...
I'm missing as well. I'm kind of missing a point here as well, is that there was a lot of love for Cobra. As much as his dad complained about trolls, and a lot of us watch him in a sort of ironic way, there was a lot of people, like you were saying in chat, good night sweet prince, big ups Parlux Grounds, there's a lot of people who felt Cobra was a congenial, like, you know, entertaining, kind is a fair word, like he would rescue an animal, take it to a bar and accidentally lose it, but I think that got stolen. I think Puffy got stolen off him. I think he had an iguana and he took it to a bar, and then he said it went out the door and he lost it. That sounds to me like it got stolen off him, and the people at the bar told it, oh, it's gone out the door. So, you know, but it's relatively valuable, isn't it? An exotic pet. So the minute that someone saw a vulnerable person like him with something valuable, they probably just took it off him in the bar. Like maybe someone thought they were doing the right thing because he shouldn't have it at the bar. Who knows? But
sense to
the video Clint was in. You thought it was emotional, yeah. I mean, I watched it on stream. If you're coming into the stream and you want to see it, you haven't seen it. Like it's on. I watched it earlier, but yeah, I think it was emotional. I didn't have a strong emotional reaction to it. No, that's because I'm some sort of robot dead inside. But no, I didn't. I understand though. I totally do. I got it. You know, I understood. There was that. I thought it was a really good video. I thought Clint's video was, I should have said this at the time, really well like thought out and covered a lot of carefully covered a lot of, you know, good points. I thought he did a really impressive job there considering he's grieving his son.
Choose from. They do. And these four amazing scents are Bond, Musk, Durban, and Maverick.
The word musk used to be synonymous with like a skunk. Back when I was a kid, musk was something they put in perfume or what's it called, aftershave, and it gives it a sort of, I don't know what it smells like. It's like moss or something, but it's like a thing, like skunky, like it's. But nowadays, when you hear Bond, Musk, you probably think James Bond and Elon Musk. Elon Musk has totally dominated the use of the word Musk now, hasn't he? I think more people probably use the word Musk in terms of Elon Musk. I shouldn't even say his name because it fucks up your street. Like all the bots, like, you know, the ex Twitter bots start watching. I hope you're not saying anything bad about Elon. Oh, he's all right, wasting his money going up into space. That's not going to turn out to be anything about Mars. That's not going to turn out to be about space. He's just going to try and charge you money for going on his rockets if you want to go to America. Do you want to go to Australia? Quick, get on my rocket. What about Mars? Ah, don't worry about that. We took the NASA money and turned it commercial. I got a tangent.
I'm rocking with the Bond. All right, so let me just
the dog collars.
Take you along on a magical journey, shall we? One ticket.
I was thinking about watching that documentary about his life. Maybe that's for the next day or day after. You know, maybe that's for a more reflective, you know, Friday evening or something. I think we'll watch this and we'll watch a couple more of it, our top favourite videos of his, actually. Definitely want to see the mac and cheese again.
I'm telling you right now, YouTube, you cannot go wrong buying yourself a bar of this here soap. This stuff right here, this is what I'm rocking with.
I wonder if Tactical Soap will put out a statement. Like, does anyone know for sure if he was fully sponsored by them, like, you know, or if he just did this because he had some sort of affiliation link? Like, I think it was just like I'm sure he got money off this, didn't he? Like, but you had to go on, as far as I know, I never bought any, but you had to go on the internet and buy it straight from them, but you probably put in your code, like Cobes9 or something, so he got paid like a percentage from doing it, maybe. But like the Tactical Soap almost became synonymous with his brand in a way, so...
I like it because it's black, it looks goth, and it smells amazing.
They used charcoal for soap back in the day, that was... Anyway. His affiliation link has been down for years. All right, never fully sponsored. Okay, it was just an affiliation link, and it just was something he talked about so often, it sounded to me like he bloody started the company.
You get the hole right there in the box where you can smell it.
I would warrant you could smell it without a hole in the box.
So I'm going to prop the camera up against that bar of soap right there. I have another one already opened up. This soap smells so good, YouTube. This soap right here, this soap smells so damn good. Then I wash my clothes with it, man. I'll take a small chunk of it off the bar, going long, so I got like a little strip of it, and then I'll cut the strip into pieces, and then sprinkle the pieces in with my clothing. Yeah, buddy. I'm telling you right now, YouTube, you don't have to be a YouTube celebrity or a sexy goth stud or have an amazing body or be super attractive or any of that. It don't matter your size, it don't matter what you look like.
Yeah, in chat, if you're just tuning into this, he is actually dead, yes. His father's confirmed it in a video. I watched it earlier. I'm not going to keep rewatching because it feels inappropriate, but an emotional video from his dad that he posted on Facebook and is now on YouTube that, yeah, confirms it. And, well, I've got it right here, look, so I'll show you a little bit.
His lips were blue, and I tried
in fact, I will show it you again, yeah, whatever.
Hello?
Short.
I'm Josh's dad, and there's a lot of rumors going around, so I wanted to make a video for Josh.
Actually, it is very sad, isn't it? So, you know, maybe I'll just give you the link for that and carry on remembering some good times. Which channel was I on?
Dude, it don't matter. All right.
He's now posting. Is she posting now? Let's reload now's community post. No, 44. Am I missing it? She's still not updated. She doesn't know yet. Yeah, she made a post about 30 minutes ago. Well, it's 48 minutes ago now, saying my subs were at 547 and it's jumped overnight. What the fuck? But it seems like she doesn't know yet. Like, we're expecting her to have some sort of on-screen blowout. And I'm not really... This stream wasn't because I wanted to come on and cover her blowout. If it happens while I'm live, I'll probably look at it. But I kind of feel like they're two separate streams, really. But we are keeping an eye on the Nal situation. I expect she will initially just be in shock and having her own private moments. But everyone expects it to completely spiral out of control from her end.
Wear this soap. Any man can wear this soap. Now, there's certain things on YouTube I cannot show, so 1 second. Let me just close the door for a second because I gotta pee.
What? I didn't know he did this. I haven't watched this fully through. It's one of his most popular videos, but
oh, that's better, YouTube.
First Aussie, now this.
Can't show that on the camera. I had to close the door.
Why would you even do it? Like, why didn't you do it before you started the video? It's only 6 minutes in.
So I'm telling you right now, YouTube, if you don't get some of this tactical soap for yourself, you're being an absolute tool.
Oh my God, things have twisted. We started off with a softly, like positive approach. You know, the soap is good. Now we're threatening people. Like now it's guilt tripping and threatening. We're really starting to amp up the sales pitch here,
dude. And like I said, you don't have to have a ripped, chiseled, muscular, ripped body to wear the soap. You don't. Don't let the other soap companies trap you into their BS.
What's he doing there with his?
Yes. See what I did there? I made a pun.
It's hard not to react like a detractor reactor when I'm watching his videos, but he's dead now and I'm supposed to be just remembering the good times. His most popular videos, these are. The black hair dye, I have, you know, clearly. Oh, this is a video, isn't it?
Somebody dyed their hair black.
Yeah. He got in loads of trouble for this because he was working somewhere, wasn't he? And he had to go in with all that on his face. Didn't he lose his job over that? I don't know the exact. I mean, we've all done a hair dye before where we've got a bit too much over. Like, you know, I'm sure we all have in our youth. We've done a hair dye and it stains your head. And I used to work as a hairdresser, so I've cleaned a few hairlines with the cotton bud at the end. But why did it? He must have done he did his eyebrows, didn't he? And he's touching everything and his beard and everything. R.I.P. Ozzy 4 weeks ago is one of his most popular videos, and you'll be able to see the difference from 5 years ago.
No, get yourself some tactical soap.
You know, you'll be able to see a difference from 5 years ago to present day.
Up YouTube, so my idol Ozzy Osbourne has passed away, and I am absolutely just fucking devastated. I've literally cried so much in the last couple of hours that my eyes hurt from crying. Like, I am so fucking over it. Over 2025. I had to roll me a cigarette with these Juicy J's and some 4 Aces tobacco. I'm out of fucking cigarettes, and one of my fans stopped by and hooked me up. And another fan fucking...
Yeah, that's it. It's drastic when played back to back, isn't it? When you do the compare, like bang bang. But I think when you watch it over the 5 years, you just got used to seeing him in this sort of state. So you didn't like. Well, certainly I felt that, like, you know, it was obvious he was degenerating, but like you didn't see. Like, it's like that with life, isn't it? You know, you look back one day and your beard's gone grey. No, yeah, but like, you know. No, the Everclear.
Rocket fuel, as I call it.
What is it about this Everclear? This wasn't a thing when I was young. Like, it's like it's a different kind of alcohol, isn't it? It's like pure alcohol, and you're supposed to mix it down with stuff like, not like vodka and Coke, but you're supposed to like properly. It's like for use in cooking or something. And people have started buying it and drinking it. It's like nuts.
Like, Ozzy Osbourne was one of the greatest musicians of all time. The world lost an awesome dude.
I love his passion for it, but Ozzy Osbourne wasn't one of the greatest musicians of all time.
How humble he is. And he stayed humble his entire life.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He said he was the king of Satan death rock, and he was like on a throne. At the end, he was on a throne on stage. A great big throne. I mean, bless him, fair play and everything. But I don't know if he was that humble. He had a TV show. I mean, he was down to earth. Listen, he was down to earth and he was real all the time. But like Sharon Osbourne and the way she lived around him and like the whole thing. They were on MTV in like a TV show of their lives. Humble's not exactly the word, but yeah, I get it. He's down to earth. I don't know. I don't have to critique anything. This isn't this show.
Cigarettes, and one of my fans hooked me up with some Juicy J's. Like, hey man, I was just in town. I heard about Ozzy, man. That's what I'm sorry to hear. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks.
There's gonna be a load of people who feel sad about Cobra the same way as people felt sad about Ozzy.
Ozzy Osbourne was like my John.
Are you saying me? I know nothing about Ozzy. Yeah, he was a down-to-earth guy. I know lots about Ozzy. I'm from Birmingham. He's from Birmingham. You see a lot of him on the telly. I know what you mean. Like, I know what he's saying. But, like, humble is a different word from down to... Like, humble... I suppose he was kind of... Like... I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of an incorrect definition of the word humble. Like, he didn't seem to live in a very... Like where I'd consider somebody that's humble to live would be very simple. Like, but, you know, his lifestyle was very lavish and extravagant. And it wasn't entirely his choice. But, like, you know... living in a palatial mansion. Do you remember that episode where he went and bought all that chocolate? Like, he bought loads of chocolate and put it in a drawer. Like, it wasn't just a few bars of chocolate, but then he was massively wealthy, wasn't he? But like, I don't know. We don't need to argue about the definition of humble. I just thought living like a massive rock star on MTV didn't fit. But maybe I'm wrong in my... I'll concede, because I do think he was very down to earth. You know, to talk to the man at the chip shop as much as he'd talk to the man on the telly. Like, he was a very down-to-earth person. He was a working class hero, wasn't he? And he didn't really end up trying to, like, enter the... Like, he didn't want any caviar. I get that. But he did also have loads of caviar, maybe. So, I don't know.
And, you know, I worship the ground that man walks on.
I don't mind Ozzy Osbourne. I think he's all right. Not negative about him.
As I do with Black Sabbath.
That Sharon, on the other hand. That Sharon...
General, you know, like, Tony Iommi is fucking gone at guitar.
Listen, Ozzy Osbourne was humble. Sharon wasn't. And together they're the Osbournes. So they didn't live a humble life. Can we say that? Is that fair? Ozzy Osbourne definitely humble. Sharon maybe not so. Like, let's go back to Cobra. Did he have liver failure? We don't know. We don't know. The seeds from Queen Cobra are potentially poisonous seeds. I'll accept that because I don't know anything about them. I haven't looked them up on the internet. But they're in this box that she sent, like this care package. She did send some edible food. She also sent some things that's not edible. The pipe tobacco, the seeds, the pictures. So whether Cobra chose to ingest those seeds, we don't know. Because he is the sort of person that would eat a load of weird shit. I don't know. You know what he did think they were? Did he know what they were? Did they have a conversation about it? Did he understand that they were poisonous? Who knows? But the seeds were in the box. And I don't know what they are. So, like, you and chat can talk about it if you want. But we're not saying that she sent him a sort of, you know, a cake with poison in it. Or, like, you know, she hasn't intentionally poisoned him there. If he is poisoned through that, that's his own doing. Through mistake, misadventure, you'd call it, wouldn't you? Misadventure, probably. But I don't think she's intentionally sent him toxic goods so that he would die. I think that's a bit out the range of thing. So, and the liver failure, like, this is his recent Facebook post.
I feel like shit, Facebook. It hurts to lay down. Been up all night puking and pooping. Oh man, I feel like shit. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm clammy, my stomach hurts. Been up all night puking and using the bathroom. But I will push through this.
Yeah, pushing through it, yeah, saying pushing through it. And on his recent video, he had his foot up and his ankles look really swollen. Pushing through these things is not necessary. Like, I've worked on a building site where if you hurt yourself, you don't, you know, cry and mess about. Like, you push through it. I've worked in loads of places like that. You know, if you cut yourself as a hairdresser, even like as a Fay hairdresser, you tape it up and you get on with the work. Like, in a kitchen sense, like I've worked in commercial kitchens where, like, you burn your thumb and you can't go home. Like, you've got to wrap that up and then just get on with the work, you know. Like, so, like, I think this idea of pushing through it is almost this sort of romantic masculinized, like, not toxic masculinity, but like this rock and roll, like, we just drive ourselves to destruction and, like, you know, I'll just push through it. Like, I think there's an element of that, but also there's a naivety in there, isn't there? Because I don't think he really understands the full, well, obviously didn't understand the full nature and danger of how poorly he was feeling.
Oh.
Netflix documentary would be interesting. Who would you interview though? Like, sadly, he's not going to be in it. You've got all his content. You'd have to interview the people around him. And are you suggesting that at some point she gets on Netflix as an interviewee? Do you remember that documentary? Don't kill cats. Shouldn't kill. I should shout this out. I've made a documentary that went on Netflix. I have made a documentary that went on Netflix. Not just me. The main man was Matt Bell, my friend. And between us, we were part of a team. Well, it was a very small team. And I was associate producer for Eddie Strongman, which I also did camera and sound recording. And a lot of the shots that I shot on the camera got in there. So, yeah, eat that, baby. It was a 2015 film, a documentary, and it went on Netflix of all places. So you can see that. It's not. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore. Like, I think it had its. You know, they bought it for a certain amount of time. I'm not that executive production that I'm involved in that side of things, but I was executive production in that I turned up to everything and helped make it. So a team of about 4 of us in total made that. So I've actually made a proper documentary. I've been part of it, and my most recent, shouting me out, because I've pinned my own thing at the top, because shouting me out, because I've got loads of new people here today. So I'm quite happy to shamelessly self-promote my actual channel, Super Chuffer, which is what you're watching me now on my B-side channel, where I talk about internet nonsense. But this is I'm supposed to be doing this. And there's a new documentary on there about British history, Legends of Guy's Cliff. It's about a British historical thing, so you might like it. Bit Game of Thrones. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, I was saying, don't fuck with cats. There's a lady in that, and she's on the internet. Like, I see her in YouTube chats sometimes. Like, she's in the true crime world. She's like, you know, so it is possible that you could make a documentary about an internet thing, and that the people that are from the internet could end up in the documentary, you know? I do think about that, literally Netflix level. The only person that I think you could really... Like, I think Josh isn't... Like, he's so niche, isn't he? Like, whether it would make... I think you'd have to make the film, and it'd have to go to a film festival, and Netflix would have to see it and go, this is great, we'll have it, rather than Netflix saying, we want to commission this. Don't think that's ever going to happen. But the other aspect is there are people like... I'm going to shout Darkside Phil, because I think Darkside Phil is big enough, his story's big enough, and there's something there enough, like the hundreds of thousands of pounds he spent on WWE champions and the jerking off on the internet. I think there's something there enough that Netflix could sort of make that mainstream. You know, this man has spent over $200,000 on a mobile game, and he was jerking off on the internet. They're headlines that any normal person can say, oh really, this is one of those internet stories, you know. Whereas Josh is a bit more niche, isn't he? Like, he's a bit more specific and niche, and I don't think it would translate to the wider audience. Phil's not dead, no. Only inside.
I want to keep listening to Ozzy and Sabbath till the day I die. You know, that's just how it is.
That's just...
I want to keep listening to Ozzy and Sabbath till the day I die. You know, that's just how it is. Loyalty like that, my trolls do not have. You know that? And I know my trolls are going to have a fucking field day with this.
Josh is more relatable to a certain audience in a way than Phil, I suppose. Phil's more understandable. Like, when you look at Josh, your first instinct... I don't know why I'm talking like this, it's just the way I talk, I suppose. But your first instinct as a normie would be, like, he's one of these rocker types. Like a rocker. And then, like, you know, what's so interesting and, like, more about Josh, you have to dig and find a bit more, don't you? Like, on surface, you could sit him next to a load of people like this, and they look quite similar, and they're all quite, you know, into this sort of behaviour. But Josh is actually a lot more special than them, but you don't know it on surface.
You know, my trolls are going to have fun texting me dumb shit, and I go, how can they get a response or anything if fucking my phone's busted? So I know as soon as I get my phone back, my shit's going to blow up with, Ozzy died, Josh, Ozzy died, Josh. It's like, yeah.
Do you know what? There's some sort of weirdness about the fact that he's reflecting on someone else's death in this video, and we're reflecting on his death in this stream, and there's a similar sort of, like, a much smaller ripple, but, you know, from the people that watched Josh and enjoyed his content, you know, a similar sort of sympathetic outpouring, I guess. Isn't there? Can we have in chat? Can you just tell me, like, quickly, you know, like, shouts out to Josh, or, like, you know, R.I.P. Josh, if you feel like a thumbs up for him, because I think some people might be negative, see him in a negative light, but I think there's a lot of people who think him to be endearing in ways. So yeah, if you like him and say nice things, like, now's the time. I'm trying not to be. It's hard when you watch a video and react and critique to not be critical and reacting that way, isn't it? But I'm just saying things as I see them, I guess. But this is kind of weird now, like watching him describe his feelings about someone else's death when other people are mourning him.
Fucking sucks, man. I love Ozzy. He's the shit. A lot of people love Ozzy, dude. So, like, my fellow Ozzy fans are going to be hurting real hard, man. And I feel just the worst for his family right now. I just hope Satan or God, whatever you believe in, watches over them, Fucking, yeah. That's a grape-flavored cigarette. Yummy. I mean, do not use Juicy J papers to make flavored cigarettes. No, don't do that at all. That's not what Juicy J papers are originally for, but yeah. I'm wearing my favorite Ozzy Osbourne t-shirt. I own several copies of this t-shirt because it's got a cobra on the front, which I think is just the coolest shirt ever, dude.
I'm down with the pureness. This is ironic, it's stupid anyway. I like really, really thin papers, really thin, and then obviously the stuff I put in them tastes like, bad death, doesn't it? So, like, but I don't want any tainted, I don't want any extra chemical out of that. I'll just have the pure tar from them.
Also, fuck Ozzy dying. That is the worst. I've been bloody crying my eyes out since yesterday, man, and my eyes hurt from crying so hard. Like, the world lost its best friend, I'm going through changes. It took so long.
Bless you.
For me to love.
We're going through changes.
The only good thing that comes out of Ozzy passing is he's no longer in pain. You can tell the Parkinson's really fucked him up. That fucking asshole doctor who botched his surgeries on his spine. Fucking piece of shit.
Didn't know about that.
The fucking asshole doctor who botched Ozzy Osbourne's surgeries. I hope he gets a good kick in the bollocks from Satan, like, fucking cunt. When Ozzy's sitting there...
Just realised that I should have called this show The Morning Show. Like MOURING, morning. I've always wanted to do a morning show every morning, because I hate getting up in the morning. So you just see me really angry and like in a bad mood every morning going, oh, and call it The Morning Show. But like, this actually is a show about mourning, but in a fucked up way. Well, I posted link. Yeah. This is.
And all my YouTube trolls have been texting me this crap for years. Like, oh, Ozzy's gonna.
People want to watch it. Should we just watch it one more time? It is like. I've got so many windows now open. I've got more windows open than Buckingham Palace. I've got more windows than Buckingham Palace. But should we just quickly watch it one more time for the people that want to see it? I don't want to listen. I definitely don't want to be like tragedy porn. Oh, let's watch this man crying again and again, because that's not what I'm doing. But I think there's enough people in chat that haven't seen this video that are asking, what happened and stuff. So I'll just play it one more time with respect.
Hello. I'm Josh's dad, and there's a lot of rumors going around, so I wanted to make a video for Josh. I went to Josh's house yesterday to take him to the doctor, and when I got there, he was sleeping. I tried to wake him up. He was not responsive or breathing. I realized that his lips were blue, and I tried to revive him. But he was already dead. I got on today to delete all of his social media because fuck you. This is how I'm feeling. But I realize that would not be fair to his fans. And it's certainly nothing he would want. As you all know, Josh was harassed and bullied terribly his whole life. I mean, from the time he was 3, it was just nonstop. It's like he had a neon sign that said, please pick on me. And for some reason, so many people on this earth felt that picking on him was okay. That just because it's him, it made it all right. And that he didn't matter. But he did matter. And I want to thank all of his fans. Because you made him feel like he mattered. And you made him feel very special. And he lived for you guys every day. Josh struggled a lot with depression and was extremely suicidal most of his life. And you guys helped more than you could ever know. Because you made him feel like a person. I can never repay you for that. Thank you for supporting him, for encouraging him, for all the gifts you sent, for the people who helped him produce his music and his wands. Thank you so much. As you know, Josh was extremely stubborn and wouldn't let me help him with anything because he had to do it on his own, and I get that and I respect that. Those of you who know Josh, you know how kind he was. Anybody who came to visit him in person can testify that he was such a beautiful, beautiful soul. He would help anybody. He would invite anybody in to have a beer. He would treat everybody like they were a family. And he was kind. And he was especially kind with elderly people and animals and all of insects. God, we weren't even allowed to kill insects. We had to save them. He was just a good soul. And if you can, raise a glass today for Josh. This doesn't have to be alcohol, especially given these circumstances. We don't know how he died. He died in his sleep. There's going to be an autopsy, and they think it's probably something like his appendix or liver. So if you can today, raise a glass for Josh. I don't know if it would be appropriate to do alcohol, but that's what Josh would do. He struggled a lot after he lost his best friend, Walt, and after Ozzy died. He's just really, really struggling, and he started drinking so much. But raise a glass to him today sometime. You can go one better and make it a combo. Put two things together that no one in their right mind would want to drink. That's what Josh would do. Please do not send me any private messages. I won't read them. I will simply block. If you have any positive things you'd like to say or comments or memories you'd like to share about Josh, please do it here on his page. And please respect my family's privacy. All hail Ozzy. Hail Satan. Fuck suicide. Fuck sickos. Long live Joshua Fay Saunders, JFS. Gothic King Cobra. I love you, man. I'm gonna miss you so much.
That was the message from his dad. Like, I wanted to touch on a couple of points in that as well, which I sort of mentioned earlier. But bullying is not acceptable. Yeah, like, it's weird because I'm running a channel, aren't I? Here, running a channel, do talking about people on the internet. Had a right go at a bloke called Alan to the point where, but then Alan was on an app singing with kids on Smule. Like, he had a private chat room with kids, and it was getting a bit, you know. And so I said some bad things about the man, but like, you know, bullying people, we ridicule Phil. We do ridicule him, but he's a public figure doing this content where he's begging, and there's like this conversation happening. There's a difference, bullying's not acceptable. And he was talking about the bullying that Josh suffered when he was a kid, and I just I know we can't physically directly change that. I'm going to just quickly donate to the NSPCC, not a monthly donation, no, just a single donation. I'm just going to throw in $20. I'm donating my own money, and it's in memory of someone. Actually, it is, but I'm not going to put there. I'm not going to fill that in because I can't be arsed with it. Yeah, I want to claim the gift aid. I'd like to add 2% to cover admin fees. Oh, go on then. I don't want to hear by email or phone, and do not contact me by post. They already do contact me by post when it comes to some of these charities, and it's my own fault for not ticking that box. And I'm going to take it off the screen now while I do this, but because obviously it's my details, isn't it? But yeah, there are things you can do to make the world better for people who are being bullied. One of them is to not bully people on the internet, obviously. But when I say about bullying, I'm talking that I think there's a difference between making content, talking about stuff, having a laugh or whatever, and actually harassing people and going into their chat and and all that sort of extra other stuff. Can I not just log into PayPal? Okay, you can't see this, can you? I don't want you to see. What's going on here? I obviously definitely want to do this now, but now I can't see the window because I just clicked. Oh no, there's the window. Okay, it's behind there. I just need to get my login details. I'll turn Cobra up so you can hear him, and I'll do that quietly in the background. Why can't you hear him? Okay.
Fucking, we live in such an evil and dark and fucked off world. All these conflicts, all these wars, people are just so hateful of each other. There's not enough love in the world. And Ozzy was a beacon of light in this dark and beautifully fucked up world. That's how I fucking see it. It is what it fucking is.
Don't save my password.
That's gonna make the tributes I put on my newest album bittersweet.
That's just it.
I love that. And my Crazy Train remake, I used Suno to make it, so it'll be available for free, so that way I don't get sued by Sharon,
I just, that's the donation I've just done. It's not a big deal, is it? So, but I also don't want you to feel that I'm just saying it and not doing it. But I suppose you could fake one of these pictures, whatever. There's the donation details: £20.40 by PayPal. Thank you very much. I was just sort of trying to say things and also do that at the same time. My brain won't work for two things at once. But if you can reflect on some positives to take out, or something to take out of what his dad said there, which is help people if they're struggling, especially if they're being bullied, I guess.
Because I can't produce music that good. Fucking, yeah, my idol Ozzy died, and I'm just not having the best time of it, I feel so horrible for his family, and, my fellow Ozzy fans alike, and all the awesome bands like Metallica that Ozzy helped influence.
We think his last post was, or his last YouTube was 4 days ago. And he did a Facebook post yesterday, I think. Well, my timing's going to be slightly off because I'm in Great Britain, but yesterday, that complained about feeling poorly. I'll play it you again in just a second when I've got this screen in the right size. I've also now got a dog barking. We don't have these problems on the telly. Someone deals with the dog on the telly. When am I going to be on the telly? Never on the telly. Him being poorly. Final update, courtesy of Annie.
I feel like shit, Facebook. It hurts to lay down. Been up all night puking and pooping. Oh man, I feel like shit. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm clammy, my stomach hurts.
This was August 19th, 2025, and we're on the 22nd now, so.
We're up all night.
I did just time someone out for being quite thing about his dad. Inappropriate today, but I think it's a fair comment if they're still watching or listening, which they probably crossed now because I timed them out. But I think it's a fair comment to suggest that if he was this poorly and you knew, like, to try and help him, but like, you know, how can you know? And he did. He was going to try and take him to the doctor. So, like, you know, I don't think his dad can really be critiqued too heavily for this.
Puking.
People are sad, yeah, you're sad. Like, I understand it. Like, I don't necessarily feel it for Josh myself. I feel it to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like, but I know what you mean. There have been people that have passed in my life that are not directly. You know, obviously, I think we all feel it a bit stronger when it's someone that we live with and love. You know, but yeah, there have been iconic figures or celebrities or whomever that I felt quite sad about when they passed. Yeah. So I get it, and for those people who connect with Josh in that way, yeah, I get it.
Using the bathroom, but I will push through this. Oh, it hurts. It hurts to breathe. Fucking my stomach hurts.
His last thing. No, it suggested a Foodie Beauty video to me there. She's going to be doing the last thing soon, I'm telling you. That was Anne Lee with the clip of his final Facebook update there. And we're checking in on Queen Cobra on her posts. Nothing yet. But she was awake an hour ago. No video, no live. I assume this, you know, she might have a Facebook or something that I'm not going to ever look at, but on her way to the off license, maybe on her way to the liquor store as we speak. I don't know. I wanted to watch the mac and cheese, but I bet if I put mac and cheese, this is going to be like a million of them. It's dank mac and cheese, isn't it? It's probably just the top one that comes up. There's quite a few of them though, aren't there? How would I know which one it was my favourite? Dank was being thrown around. The word dank, right? When I was young, the word dank actually meant something like a cave. You would say like a cave, mossy, dirty, like, you know, a dank cave, like humid, moist, mossy, like dank, yeah. And when I was like in my teenage, youthful, hip years, you know, I used cool words for things. The word wasn't in use then. It was only after I was a little bit older and like the younger kids started calling the potweed. They used to call that dank. Are you climbing up on there, dog? Just chill. Just chill for me. Just chill. That's the cat bed. You'll cause endless. Oh, all right. Alright, we're going on the cat bed. She's on the cat bed now. Dog on a cat bed. I've got my trousers sagging. I don't know. Wouldn't normally do that. It's just I'm sat on the internet. Wouldn't normally have sagging trousers, but I'm just sat in at home on the internet. So now you've seen them, and you probably think I'm the sort of person that would walk around in public like that, but I'm really not. Anyway, dog's on the cat bed. That's sorted. The word dank became popular about weed, yeah? And people were like, oh, dank weed, oh, that's dank. And I never said it out loud. No, I never said it in that way. I never used it in a like a dank. Oh, have you got any dank? But I felt stupid hearing it and saying it. But then it moved out of the marijuana community into the wider sphere, and now anything can be dank. Well, it was for 6 years ago. Anything was, you know, this mac and cheese was dank, and it just started meaning good, didn't it? Like really nice and tasty. And the reason they used it about weed was because of that correlation to sort of humidity and darkness and like, I don't know, like a dank smell, like a sort of, I don't know, anyway.
What is up, fellow YouTuber?
I don't know why I got obsessed with the word dank then, it's meaningless.
Again, I hate to have cut my cooking video so short, But some jack-off telemarketer had to call me. A fucking telemarketer had to call me in the middle of my fucking video. And because I didn't put the fucking phone on airplane mode, it stopped the video. Really? That's one feature I don't like about this phone, is that if you're making a video and someone calls you, your video will stop.
Like, he was so much more cognizant and verbal. This is 6 years ago. You could, like, talk quickly.
Really? Well, anyways, here's part 2 of this dank-ass recipe that we're making. Again, that's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna add
huge bowls of it.
Before the video ended, before I was interrupted.
That looks like the food I feed my dog in his hand there. Oh no, it's sugar. This is what the brown sugar.
The fucking phone, an unknown caller.
We're gonna have a look into these seeds in a second because I want to know how poisonous they are. So we're gonna look into them in just a second.
I'm gonna ask fucking telemarketer. Nope. All right. So what I'm gonna do now, I tried a little bit of my dish before I finished cooking it.
Like, I'll tell you what, you can't obviously sit on YouTube and do massive amounts of narcotics. Like, you can't sit there and, like, you know, ingest a load of narcotics on a stream. Way, look at me, I'm really high on narcotics now. Look at what's happened. Like a big bag, like, if imagine that was a big bag of narcotics. You couldn't, I mean the powdery kind, yeah? You couldn't do that on a YouTube stream. But you can take an entire bag of brown sugar and put it in the mac and cheese and eat it. And it's probably equally damaging. It's not equally damaging, but this is like symbolic self-destruction. And now, like, you know, you look back on it and, like, gluttony, I mean, maybe it's naivety, but handfuls of sugar, handfuls of cheese. I say this about Foodie Beauty, and I'm not trying to fat shame her. I'm not trying to say, oh, she's fat, she's got no business eating cheese. But I say, she's fat, she's got no business eating cheese, because, like, it's going to hurt you. Like, it's like self-harm in a way, isn't it? Like, this quantity of it in this way. And in chat about his teeth and stuff there, like, it's self-inflicted. But self-inflicted damage through disregard for one's own safety in pursuit of the ultimate high. That's rock and roll. That's what rock and roll is. That's like, you know, driving the motorbike very fast without the helmet, or like doing the big bag of narcotics, or, you know, whatever the thing is. Rock and roll is all about that, isn't it? The excess. With, like I say, with no or little self-regard, because you are so, I don't know about tough. Like, it gets born almost, I think, for a lot of people who are into this sort of thing, it's kind of almost born out of a pain. Like a sense of, like, for some people, if you've been through something difficult, like, it doesn't mean that you're big and strong and tough, but you know that you're durable and you've got through it, and, like, getting through the difficult things, bearing the scars, living through them. Like Cobes was saying, I'm just going to push on, you know, pushing on. It becomes this sort of, like, through the lifestyle of this, you know, that looks like narcotics. Trying to say something smart about, like, how death metal and all that, and self-destruction, and how the food is his version of, like, his version of a big bag of narcotics. And there it is. Look, it's not narcotics, but it's like his version, isn't it? Like, his excess is, along with alcohol, the food. And they said this about Elvis. Like, when you look back on this, this is Elvis with his cheese sandwiches, or was it cheap peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? You know, famed for them. Cobes lived a life of excess. Certainly what I saw of him on the internet. And, like, the people that are suggesting things about the liver and stuff, yeah, like, you know, we're talking, I think that's the result of excess, isn't it? Not try. I don't want to take the next step and say, oh, gluttony and, you know, the sins, the 7 deadly sins and all that, but, you know, in a way, people do romanticize, well, not the dirty kitchen, but people romanticize the idea. Well, they do sometimes romanticize the dirty kitchen, you know. And it reminds me a little bit of Amy Winehouse in a way, you know. But they romanticize the idea that you could live with the seatbelt off and the brakes off, you know, fly at 100 miles an hour, and not everyone like some people crash and burn, but it's the moment when you're flying for 100 miles an hour. That's the life, isn't it? And not everyone gets to fly at 100 miles an hour. So it's that thing, isn't it? It's a sort of flying too close to the sun. And I can't believe I'm saying this about the Boglim in his dirty kitchen, but those are the reasons that people like romanticize that sort of lifestyle, I believe. And it's weird because what I'm saying doesn't correlate to the sort of squalor that people end up in, but it's about lack of self-regard, maybe through lack of self-care because of lack of self-esteem, but through it, like, you get to places that other people don't go. In Cobe's case, it's a massive thing of macaroni cheese with like all condensed milk and butter and cheese in it. Who's dead? This man is dead. This man.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, this fucking guy and his weird ass recipes. You know, don't knock it till you try it. That's all I gotta say. And I mean,
are you surprised it's food poisoning? I'm always very quite serious about, like, you know, someone gets chicken out in my kitchen, I'm like wiping it up with the cloths and, like, you know, it's food poisoning is very serious and very dangerous, certainly for people who are vulnerable. Like, I used to work in a kitchen where we fed old people, and like we made rice pudding and stuff, and like anything with eggs, and rice pudding doesn't have eggs, but anything with eggs would you'd have to make sure it was thoroughly cooked through. Like, you couldn't serve them a runny egg, like a boiled egg that was runny, because it could kill them, because like it could have salmonella, and like, you know, you had to be really careful with certain things. And for most people with a strong constitution, you don't really think about it, but yeah, food poisoning can be really, really dangerous. And certainly, like, the way he lived and the squalor in his kitchen and the methodology of his cooking, he'd leave things out overnight for days on end out on the side, and he's not very clean, so it's an accident waiting to happen, that really. But then there were a number of those sort of things about his lifestyle, weren't there?
oh, fuck you, SpongeBob. Nah, fuck you, Patrick. No, fuck both of you. Screw you, Squidward. Your clarinet sucks. I could do parodies of all these cartoons. It'd be fucking hilarious, and you know it would.
It's a bit of a shame that his camera work, but then again, it's kind of what makes these videos what they are, isn't it? Like, the naive sort of cinema verite aspect of it. But the camera work makes it harder to see what's going on. But you cook it all up.
Sit here and kind of mix this up a bit more here.
You got to consider, though, if he's eating like that on a daily basis, that's really, really detrimental to his health as well, isn't it? For 6 years. Longer. How long's he been on YouTube? It's like 10 years, isn't it? 8 years ago, the oldest one. But I don't think that... Did he delete some stuff before that, or was that his first video update?
Greetings, YouTube. Hoping that this video will post. Okay, you may have noticed that I have not been on YouTube in a while. Well, a lot of things on YouTube were giving me issues. The videos were not...
I love bats. Check out my videos on this channel where I promoted veganism before I became a sort of reacting channel. I made some videos promoting veganism.
Used to record.
So that I don't have to go on about it in every conversation. But animal products, I agree.
And I'm fed up with it. I got so fed up with it, that I deleted all my videos. That's 3 years, okay? 3 long, miserable years of YouTube content just deleted, gone.
Yeah, so that wasn't his first video, yeah. I knew that, yeah. So I've been on YouTube for a long time, though. And I hadn't followed him since the early days, but... saying about what you think about, you know, the cause of death... in the most recent stuff, I'm saying that his feet seemed very...
What's up, YouTube? So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a screwdriver.
So he shows feet. Is it this one or this? Yeah.
Some vodka, my favorite.
Like, he makes a massive vodka.
You want to hear a shitty joke? of mushrooms.
And he puts his foot up, and like his ankles here, like that's all vodka basically, and like his ankles are very swollen, his legs are very swollen, like, you know, that's not a good sign, and it indicates some sort of like potential organ failure, maybe heart issues, and like from where we saw 6 years ago or not so long ago, like to now, he's obviously in a different health state. I think that something like food poisoning in combination with like he probably has underlying health conditions that he's not aware of. Agreed, maybe? I don't know. Oh, right, it's playing my theme song. This is inappropriate now. Hang on, where's that? In one of my other windows. Hang on. It's not really my theme song. We just knocked it up the other day, and it it's wildly inappropriate now.
Super Chuffer time! Super Chuffer is back online. So get yourself a cup of tea or a slice of cake or a big fat chipper. It's time for the Super Chuffer!
So, I'll just put it back on the rock music that I put it back on this. Sorry, it's just in the playlist order. It just, so sometimes that. So yeah, like there's all sorts. Yeah, the mouth, the bacteria in the mouth. Like there's in this. Like if you're a doctor, I guess, which I'm not, and Grok is not either, so you shouldn't be asking. Have you done that? Have you asked Grok about your health symptoms yet? Have you done it in Grok? And Grok's like, I'm not a doctor, but welcome to the world of self-diagnosis on the internet. You don't have to use Google anymore. You can use Dr. Grok. What I do is I say to Grok, right, Dr. Grok. I say, Grok, I know you're not a doctor. I'll type this, you say it, don't you? You can say, press to say it. I say, I know you're not a doctor, but please could you pretend that you are a doctor for this conversation, which is a role play, so it doesn't have to keep telling me it's not a doctor. Dr. Grok. But yeah, Dr. Grok would probably look at this and say there are lots of different, like there's a, can we just have the background in background, thank you. There's like, there's a few different signals of different, and there's lots, like there's food poisoning or bacterial or the alcohol or the like heavy smoking, which I'm also guilty of, or like, you factor these things together. Do you remember in the old, we shouldn't even mention this on the internet, should you? In the old days of when you had to stay in your homes because there was that disease going around, in that they had comorbidities, and if people had these other things, they were more likely to go under. So like he could have been killed by something like the flu if he also had this and this, and like Grok's sicko. Fuck sickos. Fuck sickos. People use Grok because they don't have healthcare in the USA. Yeah, probably, yeah. Right. I mean, I'm one of those internet, hypochondriacs. Like you type in your head, I've got a headache, and you type it into Google, and it's like, you've got a brain tumor and you're going to die. Like, but like, Grok's bad for that if you want to get into that. But the Roach video, yeah, that's one of my favorite. Whenever I used to introduce people to Cobes, I would always go for the Roach video. And today, actually, we've been watching all of his content on his channel, but it's Boggling Chronicles, isn't it, that does the edits. King Cobra eats bugs. I must have watched this video a number of times. August the Duck's done one about it as well. I didn't realise that. Haven't watched that, but August the Duck has done one about it. This is my go-to to introduce someone to him. This is what he's like, sort of thing.
What up, YouTube? We have a
not anymore, obviously.
California breakfast crunch wrap with bacon, cheese.
Oh, after we've watched this bug burrito, we'll look at the seeds because I need to find the answer. We'll probably ask Grok about the seeds, and then we'll keep an update on now. We'll have a quick look on now. Like, I'm expecting a blowout. Like my expectation from her is to do a live stream where she's drunk and she's going, "Oh, Joshy," and all that, yeah. that's like standard, but I also expect there to be an amping up of her behaviour. So I think she'll probably be on, like, I think when she finds out, she'll probably want to go to get narcotics or alcohol immediately, and then as she starts, maybe even before she starts on that, she'll be on the way, potentially, I would suggest, to his house as some sort of like shrine, mourning, don't touch his stuff, that's it, I want this, that, you know, and that sort of thing. Like, I think that she needs to sort of like be on the location. That's my guess, and I don't know if that's all going to get live streamed, but I think at some point in the next sort of 48 hours there will be a sort of self-pity live stream, maybe. Kind of has to be, doesn't there? And I kind of feel bad, like, thinking about it, I kind of feel bad for her in a way, because, like, of all the people in the world, like, not many people would have, like, given her much time of day, and Josh at least did. But, you know, she's a bit of a chuffer, isn't she? She's a bit of a chuffer. But she hasn't done a new post yet, or anything, so... Not that I've seen, anyway.
Egg, guacamole, extra hash browns, tomatoes, steak, 3-cheese blend, and creamy jalapeno sauce.
She's just in the bathroom running the water, that's all. So, no need to get eggy about being in the bathroom running the water, is there? There's no need to get fucking...
Where's the fucking blonde whore?
Calm down.
We got a burrito.
I think you should get trolled a lot. I mean, we need to find out about these seeds. I already feel there's this undercurrent, like, you've killed Josh, but it's not, like... I mean, like I said earlier, you've got that with, like, Kurt Cobain, and you've got that with, like, no one's suggesting that Sharon Osbourne killed Ozzy. Are they? We'll get him up for the gig. Wait, I need my buttons. What does Sharon talk like? Sharon Osbourne. Are you Sharon? I'll be Sharon. Who am I? Someone in the music industry. That's not how she talks. It's not how you talk. How do I talk? Where should I be looking? Wait, where should I be looking? Do I need to move this? I need to move this to here, don't I? So I can look at it. Okay. Where should you be? I'm Sharon Osbourne. No, she's not from London, is she? Birmingham. Sharon Osbourne. I'm Sharon Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, Sharon. Ozzy Osbourne. Sharon. So, I'm Sharon Osbourne. And what have you got to say, Sharon? Let's do a big gig. We're doing the big gig. It's going to go really well. Loads of people really care about Ozzy, and they're going to all come and support in this huge gig, and it's going to be like his big final gig, because we know he's old and poorly, so let's give him a big final gig. It's a really good idea. I was just thinking, after the gig, to increase the DVD sales, maybe he should be dead. What? Maybe he should be dead. Well, how do you mean? Like, well, we could just arrange for... No, Sharon. It will really increase the DVD sales, but... Like, he's not going to do any more gigs, is he? It's time to cash out. Yeah, something like that, maybe. That's quite bad. But that's Sharon. And they do it with all of them, don't they, as well? They do it like John and Yoko. You won't remember that. No, you chuffers won't remember. I don't remember it. I remember it being on the telly. It's like the war, isn't it? And Nazism. That used to be, or they used to talk about that all the time because of all the old people that remembered it. They don't remember, they're gone now, so we don't remember it. It's time to do some more of it. Let's get it going on again, like a big weird circle. No, good night, sweet prince, R.I.P. King Cobra, that's what we're talking about. We're not doing one of my bits about Sharon Osbourne. But yeah, they'll turn on King on now. I think she'll be seen in that way, won't she, as this sort of, negative woman that was involved in his life and potentially could have led to his downfall. They're going to, if there's any way they could suggest that she might have killed him, whoever they are, someone else, not me, well, you know who they are, don't you? It's them transgenders. That's who they are. We've found out now. I didn't realise. Now we know who this mysterious they are that are going to, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. We know now. Oh, it's all come around. No, anyway. The point is, they're going to say that Cat, it's not Phil. I think Cat no, let's not go there. They're going to say that Nal, who has given him this box of products, has killed him. Well, do you see the bug burrito? We haven't seen the bug burrito.
Some Cherokee pipe tobacco.
There's the seeds. We'll look at them in a minute. Let's see bug burrito, seeds. Let's do things in order. For crying out loud. For crying out loud. This is like an ADHD simulator now.
Which is a grande toasted breakfast burrito with bacon, eggs, potatoes, extra 3 cheese blend.
They, aka us. It's not us. It's not us. It's them. Them is always. Sometimes them is almost a pejorative, isn't it? Oh, look at them. You're not one of them, are you? Right. Why are we streaming this? Why are we not? Why are we not? Why anything? You know, why anything? Why even get out of bed in the fucking morning? I don't actually. I get out of bed in the afternoon, so.
Tomatoes, steak, creamy jalapeno sauce, reduced fat, sour cream. Let's see on the burrito for a food hack.
You want the seeds. Yeah. One thing. This is not that long. It doesn't take that long. We'll skip on to the bit where the bug's in it. All right. We'll just skip straight onto it. We're not watching all of it. It's the next day. He's put this out overnight. He's put all this stuff on it. He's made it into a big mess. He's put it in the oven.
But that's all right.
He's done that. And then the next day.
Stream.
You don't eat it. This is the thing. They talk about the food poisoning angle. This is what he would do with his dinner all the time. Is he'd make it and then leave it out on the side overnight, and that's not good.
Some of this action right here.
And also, recooking food, like reheating and recooking food, isn't good either. Like you can actually get bad food poisoning from food that shouldn't be reheated more than once or twice because it doesn't kill all the bugs and stuff. Well, I say bugs. I meant like germs and bacteria. I didn't mean literal cockroaches, but.
Cut it in half. Look at that greasy, delicious looking burrito. All stuffed with goods. I'll be munching out on that all day, man. We'll try it here in a second. Just wanted to give you a close-up of the good.
Yeah, I can see it moving there.
We'll try it here in a second. Just wanted to give you a close-up of the goods.
Fried spam's in there, bacon bits, fish, cheese. Fellow YouTubers, it's your boy KingCobraJFS.
And he says 6 hours later, like, this is like, we're looking at the bugs here, like the actual cockroaches, but food that's been cooked the night before, left out all night, cut in half, left out, and then 6 hours later you're consuming it. There is like a window there for it starting to become dangerous, isn't there? Like, and if you're doing that as a general, like, you don't know what he's consuming in general, do you? Like, how long it's been left out and what it could be. Yeah.
Fess, I've been munching out on this here burrito.
I saw something moving in it then.
I took a couple bites earlier and it was simply delicious. This massive chimichanga action. Oh, look at that. Look at that deliciousness.
Just need to see him take a bite out of it.
Yes.
Then we can move on. There you go. Is that one of his teeth falling out? So that's the burrito, yeah. We want to know about these seeds then, yeah?
Some rain lily seeds.
Rain lily seeds.
A Bacardi cap because it's...
A Bacardi cap because it's a piece of trash that I don't... Like, what?
Got a bat on it.
It's got a bat on it.
Loves jalapeno cheddar.
Picture a thing with a bat on it. You could, like, anyway, rain lily seeds. So I'll ask the internet. I am the internet. I'm on the internet. I'm on the internet. I'm on the podcast. I'm on the pottocks. I'm on my buttocks. Let's grok it up. Rain lily seeds. Are they datura? Is that what they're called? Have I heard that before? Are they known as a narcotic? All these questions and more I'm going to have to type in instead of saying out loud into my phone. So hang on. Rain lily seeds? Are they toxic, are they known narcotic? What are the dangers of ingesting them? Can you handle them with ungloved hands? What am I writing now? Ungloved hands. Can you handle them? I just put, can you handle them? What would be the result of accidental ingestion after being sent a small small Ziploc bag of these seeds, approximately how many seeds are there in there? Approximately. I'm not going to count. Like, listen, I'm the main one here. I'm the streamer. I'm running the stream. So if you think I'm counting a load of seeds individually, one by one, you're off your fucking nut, right? You're watching in chat. You've got fingers and hands. 1, 2, 3. You can do it. I've been using my fingers to do all the typing for Grok, so you can do it. How many seeds are there? She's wobbled the bag around. You have to take a guess. It's not guaranteed.
He loves jalapeno cheddar, Cheetos. And those are like the little...
Are they big seeds or are they little? Are they big? Is it like 1, 2, 3? I'm doing it now. I said I wouldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said I wouldn't.
Puffs or whatever. A Jack Daniels.
If she's going to poison him, it's more likely to be in that, whatever that is.
Cup. Sorry. It's
a cup. She's laced the cup.
Wrapped up. It's
wrapped up so you don't touch it with your bare hands.
got snowflakes on it. So Christmas edition.
Christmas cup. You got that from the fucking bin. They're not open, are they? I thought they might have been open, but they're not open.
Cough drops because he's sick.
But he's already sick as well. This is an issue. He's already sick. Like also, if he's sick and he's cough drops and stuff, it might just be simple, something like pneumonia taking him down with a combined, you know.
Some purple clematis.
Oh, there's more. There's more purple clematis. Hang on. What?
Some cough drops because he's sick.
No one can. You look like 5. Okay, 6, 5 or 6. I can't take all your answers if they're different. So what are we going to do about that? We'll have to have a vote. Who's the most responsible one? I shouldn't listen. A vote is useless. Why do I want to hear everyone's opinion? Yeah, that would be a good idea. Especially the really thick people. Let's give them a vote too. Shouldn't you have an IQ test before you can vote? We should have one before you could drive at least, shouldn't you? They have a driving test. If you're not smart enough, you can't pass it. It's not a direct IQ test, but IQ is involved because if you're not smart enough, you couldn't hack it, yeah? So we have a driving test, and that's just for going around in a car. But deciding everyone's future, I'll give everyone a say. Give everyone a say. No, I don't want to know what you all think. I want to know who's the most responsible, who's the smartest. So what we need to do first is we need to have a short break while we all fill out an IQ form. And once you filled out your IQ forms and sent them back, and I've graded them, we'll go through a final round of essay writing just to see your creative and verbal approach. And then we'll decide who's the most responsible, and you can tell me how many seeds there are. So we're going to go through a bit of... It's going to take some time. All right, we'll go for 6. Approximately 6 seeds. Right. Let's go. Grok is telling me now. Searching. I'll have to read it out. I don't want to read it out. Can you read it? I should get ChatGPT to read it with a robot voice. Anyway, rain lilies are flowering plants in the Amaryllidaceae family, and their seeds, bulbs, and other plants are known to contain toxic compounds. Oh dear. Are rain lily seeds toxic? Yes, they are toxic. They contain phenethridine alkaloids such as lycorine, galathine, and tazotine. These alkaloids are present in all parts of the plant, including the seeds and bush, but the bulbs are the most toxic. Ingestion of these compounds can cause a range of adverse effects. Are there known narcotic? There's no... Because I was thinking, if this is like, you know, people smoke these seeds and get high or something, he might have tried them. Or There's no evidence to suggest that rain lily seeds are used as a narcotic. They do not produce euphoria, sedation, or other effects. They're toxic, not psychoactive. So they give you gastrointestinal and neurological symptoms upon ingestion. So if he's been sick, could he have eaten the seeds? It's like that woman in Australia who killed all the people with the mushroom. Okay, ingesting the seeds, but what if it's only 6? Result of accidental ingestion. This is it. Result of accidental ingestion of approximately 6 seeds. Listen, before we do this, it's so clever, isn't it? Artificial intelligence, so good. Like, you take things for granted real quickly in the world, but this is good. Very clever. And if you want to find me on Twitter, I'm at SuperChuffer. That's who I am on Twitter, at SuperChuffer. I've got my own Twitter account with me. It's all things I say and think, just for me. But you can look at it. So that's available there on the internet for free. Just absolutely available for free on the internet. You don't have to pay Elon Musk anything to look at that. He gets like a benefit from you looking at it, but don't worry. Don't worry. It's just, it happens. Anyway, this is mild to moderate gastrointestinal distress. You might experience nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or abdominal pain within a few hours of ingestion. These symptoms are typically self-limiting and resolve within a day if no further... background music very loud for this. Trying to do some reading here. Look. Shut up. Thanks. Some sources note ingestion of rain lily seeds can cause dizziness or general malaise, although it's less likely with only 6 seeds. Severe neurological effects are unlikely with such a small quantity unless they're from a particularly potent species or the individual is highly sensitive. Do not induce vomiting, rinse the mouth, drink milk to dilute the toxins, call a poison centre, doctor. Prognosis says 6 seeds, generally good, you're okay. So touching them himself, just touching them is not going to kill you. Eating them is bad, but 6 of them might not be too bad. Let's find out what was this other thing she put in the bag then. Now, I get it, we want to blame this on her, but... I think we just... Where is she?
Some purple clematis.
Purple clematis. Clematis. I'm going to take the same question. I'm just going to copy and paste it. But I'm going to change... Purple clematis. Is it clematis or clematis? See, same question, but there's a much bigger bag here. There's a much bigger bag. So you got your counting hat on? You ready?
Seeds.
There they are.
Some purple.
There's loads of them. There's loads of them. If you're just coming in now, yes, Cobra has died. It is very sad. R.I.P. Sweet Goth Prince, up in heaven with Ozzy Osbourne, and we've reviewed his recent videos, his dad's video talking about his death, so we've played that twice now and it is quite sad, so I'm probably not going to go over that again now, but you can skip back and watch it on this stream. So, you know, I'm sure the R.I.P. Cobra coverage will go on into the night. Well, for me, I'm in the UK, so it's already getting on for the evening, but the American audience will pick up with this. So there'll be other streams to, and like, if any of my friends are streaming, I'll pass you on to them. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. The fact they're in dime bags labelled with Sharpies like crack is... maybe yes. I don't know. Like, where's she getting them from? Like, she buys stuff from all over, like all sorts of crap. Like, where's she even getting them from? It's not seed time in the world. It's not autumn. So she's bought them from someone else, or like picked them up from somewhere. But she hasn't. She's put these things in bags herself and written on them. So that's her handwriting, I'm guessing. It is a danger if they're toxic. Let's find out about purple clematis. Let's find out about purple clematis. And we're like looking at a load more seeds here, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 maybe. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like 10 by about 100 seeds there. See, I'm really good at counting. I let you do it earlier just to give you something to do, but I'm really good at counting, so might as well leave it to me. She gets them from the witch store. It's that stuff. I said, do you want to watch it with that stuff? Don't mess around with that juju. Although I did do the Ouija board on stream once, but nothing bad happened. They're also toxic. A blistering agent can cause irritation on ingestion or contact. They're noted to have a higher concentration of toxic compounds compared to other plants. So she has actually sent him some very toxic seeds. I mean, do you know, would anyone know? I don't think they still talk, do they? Like, she didn't send him instructions, did she? Like, take these. These will get you high. Like, he could have got confused as well. Like, you know, if you tell someone these are really toxic seeds, or like, you know, they might have thought they were like magic mushrooms. Like, it could have been a confusion. Toxic / you know, there's a lot of toxic, like, people do that, what is that thing they smoke that's like cat or yaba or something, and there's another one, like, a cactus they have, isn't it? That's like, it gets you high because it's toxic. Like licking a frog can cause internal bleeding. Cardiovascular symptoms. Handling them is generally safe. Result of accidental ingestion of 100 seeds is significant exposure and could lead to significant health effects. Within hours, severe mouth and throat irritation, burning sensations, and possible ulcerations due to protoanomine, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. I think the burning mouth you might have noticed. I mean, you would expect him to say in his video, I feel really sick, I ate a load of seeds. Wouldn't you? But yeah, this could do it. That could do it. If King Cobra had eaten those seeds, that could do it. Now, everything else in the bag is edible apart from the tobacco.
Clematis seeds.
Like, is it possible he'd poured them into a drink combo? You just think these things, don't you? But, like...
Some more jalapeno cheddar.
Battery exhausted. My wife is a trauma nurse and dealt with someone who ate these seeds, and they had horrific sores in his mouth and down his digestive tract. So they would know then, yeah? And he would not be talking on camera maybe in the way he was. Maybe that. Maybe the fact they're so toxic points to him not actually eating them. Or maybe only eating a small amount. Why would he eat seeds? Some people eat seeds because they're like... what do you call it? Like a snack, don't they? They eat the sunflower seeds. So some people might assume that seeds are just edible rather than toxic. Like it might have been an assumption that they're edible. Okay, I'll say it. I ate a moth once because there was a moth in the room, and my friend was like, "Oh, I didn't like the moth," and he wasn't that bad about it. It was just like, "There's a moth," and like, so I was just like, "I'll get rid of that." And I was being rock and roll at the time, like one of these. Like Cobes, I was being super rock and roll, and I was just like, it's an insect, you can fucking eat it. And I ate a moth once, I swear. That's a story of legend about me that goes around my friendship group. Do you remember when you ate that moth? I was drunk. I mean, I was pretty hammered, but it wasn't a big moth either. Anyway, the point is, people eat anything from time to time, and Cobes is known for mixing things up in combos and trying to get high. You know, he's known for that. So, like, if he thought they were toxic and might get him high, or if he thought that, you know, just in a drunken state, like he's going through this box of stuff and he'd eat the Cheetos, and what do I do with these seeds? Oh, fuck it, I'll just put them in my taco. You know, anything could happen. Rip moth. Yeah, I wouldn't these days. Not these days, but I was young. Should never have said that, now I'll never live it down. I'm not eating another one.
Homemade box that the box from the $1.25 tree that I painted, designed myself.
At least he got all her presents before he died, huh?
Surprise in there. A card and a letter, which I'm not going to show you guys that.
Because they're painted with toxic chemicals that will murder him. So like this is always going to hang over this now. Like Sid and Nancy, like Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love. Some people are always going to be convinced that she's got something to do with his untimely death. You right there, dog? Some people are always going to think that, I reckon. I think you can't avoid it, can you? I personally don't think it. I think it's more likely that they will find these seeds in his house. Like, the way to confirm this is to go in his property, find the box, retrieve the seeds. If he hasn't ate them, then he hasn't ate them. Yeah, that's the way to confirm that. But, smoking on live stream. Sorry, I just do it because, like, it's just, like, it's not because I'm badass. It's just because I smoke more on the live stream than I do in my day-to-day life. Before you press live, it's a little bit nervous, like you're about to go on stage or something. Oh, nervous. But you're allowed to smoke all the way through this if you want. So. I've got one of these vapors. I've got a vaporizer as well. I'm supposed to be switching to the vaporizer. Yeah. He's got no plants. He's got no way of planting the plants either. Like, what's he going to do? Put them in the garden? Could have done. Has he got a garden? Like, no, the thing is, though, none of this shit is the sort of stuff he's going to want, is he? Look.
Little mini-verse ribs.
And, like, if you go to the shop and you buy something nice because someone really likes it, like, it's their favourite kind of thing, fine. But it looks like she just bought a couple of things from, like, you know, I can go to the newsagent and buy a bag of crisps. I don't need to, you know, if someone sent me a bag of crisps, I'd be like, thanks, but it's not like a special present. It's like, you know, it's a bag of crisps, isn't it? So it feels like, she, to me, and this might be not the case, this might be, she's really thought about all these things, but to me it feels like she's just got a load of tat and she's just thrown it into a box, just like...
Does it want to focus? No, it does not. Okay. Some mini-verse ribs that I turned into a magnet so he could put it on his fridge. Yeah, that is not focusing at all.
Oosh. But there's nothing else toxic going in.
I hope he enjoys it. I put a lot of time and thought into this.
Alright, it's not just crap in a box, it's all time and thought stuff.
So...
You must like jalapeno crisps.
Alright, take care.
Those are cigars, they're sealed so they can't be poisonous. This is, I mean, I don't even know what that is. It's a potato print of something. A waste of a canvas. Like, sometimes I think, like, when people do, like... Cobes is enjoying me giving you shit. Like, sometimes I think the paint that you bought and the canvas itself would have been more valuable if you hadn't put the two together. Like, I'd have bought the canvas plain and put the paint on myself and, like, used it. Now it's ruined. Like... Did he eat the plastic ribs? There's another question. Probably not. They're for the fridge, aren't they? After the kitchen's been cleaned.
Where's the fucking blonde whore?
Yeah, that's what she sent him. Jalapeno crisp seeds. That's the same box, but it doesn't have the seeds in it. Now, I'll tell you what's weird as well, is if you were going to try and murder him with seeds, why would you show the internet that you're sending? Like, why wouldn't you just hide it from the internet? You know, you wouldn't put the murder weapon in a video and then prove that you were involved, would you? So it's got to be a mistake if he's ate those seeds. If that's actually happened, like, I'll wait. My gut feeling is no, he hasn't ate the seeds, and it's just an unlucky coincidence that there is something toxic in this box. But it's from her, so, you know, them's the breaks. She is toxic.
Fucking smack.
Yeah. What's the little surprise in the box? I don't know. Do you want me to watch more of it? I don't like her.
Okay. When I gave him this, I forgot to give this to him. And
maybe it was spring-loaded with, like, venom. Bad venom. Probably.
A shit talkie.
7 o'clock, 3 hours. You know what? I'm really enjoying this. There's a load of you here. This has gone really well. I'm really grateful to you all. Like I haven't been on stream for a little while. I took a little break after Christmas to make a documentary, which I'm still promoting actually. If you want to watch it, it's pinned in the top above my thing. I'm Super Chuffer. You might have heard me around about Detractor World, you know, doing a little bit of reacting here and there. The channel you're watching now has obviously got content on it. That channel there's got content on it. That's me. I'm really grateful you've turned up. A lot of you I haven't met before. Lovely to meet you. Yeah. I'm going to go now because while things are good, I'm going to get out. But yeah, I thought she was sending him garbage. I expect this story will continue to unfold, and I will be back on stream sometime soon. So I'm just really grateful for all of you being here. And, you know, like things like this, they are sad, but they should remind you to pull your socks up and stop eating those bad crisps. No, like to give the loved ones that you love like a bit of a G up and tell them that you know, I find it really difficult to tell the people in my family that I feel positively about them. Can't even say it on the internet. No, but I do love my family and I do really care about them. And like, you know, the people around you that in the real world, the internet is the real world. I am really here. You are really watching. But, you know, in the real world as well, you know, try and make a little difference. Today, I gave a little bit of money to the NSPCC. If you feel there's a charity that you want to support, that you want to like, you know, think in Cobra's name, just between you and the charity, like that's good that you've done that. Yeah, so like maybe think about doing something like that. And yeah, I hope to see you again. So not a big special speech, but it's a bit of a weird one, this. It's a bit of a weird one. And overall, you know, thoughts go out to his family. Most of all, his dad is obviously going to be pretty cut up about this. It is tragic. The whole thing is a tragedy overall. Cobra's life, without going on and like now I'm not going to go on and eulogize and say it all again. But there will be videos about it. I probably want to come on and watch the documentary about his life on this stream soon. But it is tragic overall. Not every story is a happy ending, is it? So into Rock and Roll Legend Hall of Fame he goes. And it wouldn't be right if he just walked off into the sunset, would it? Like there has to be some sense of the dramatic and the rock and roll about these things. Up there with Elvis. Up there with Kurt Cobain. He's, you know, he's into the legendary books now, I would say. So that's Cobes, and we didn't expect it, but it's happened. Thoughts to everyone, and you know, go and share some positivity and some love in the world on his behalf, because that's what he would have wanted, not a load of fucking seeds and a bag of crisps. I just check now one more time just to see that she hasn't updated or posted, that I'm not missing something dramatic. This is me on Twitch. Let's turn these off window by window. That's Bob. He thinks God's inside his body. That's me. I'm Super Chuffer. This is Grok. He answered our questions. This is the box full of shit, frankly, that I don't think anyone wanted. That's Snuff. They're a punk band. That's Anley. Facebook final update. The drink combo. What am I looking for here? Nal. I'm looking for Nal. She's gone. I've closed her window already. All right, fuck her off. And then this is another video which we didn't get time to watch. We haven't had time to watch, but it was suggested to me on YouTube, and it's called Today I Made a Sausage Stroganoff. It was delicious. It's not relevant to any of this, but I've got it lined up for one of my streams. So I'll just give you a little teaser of what we could have been watching had we not had something like this to watch.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone's okay, right? Thank God, everyone. Look at the mess here. Oh, she just shows off this messy house. She doesn't do anything. Oh.
So YouTube has started to auto-dub. So now I'm getting suggested videos from people that I don't know from foreign countries, but it's been dubbed so I can watch it. That's fine. This is now watchable. Thanks, YouTube.
I don't care. It's my house. It's my mess. Oh, guys, I'm kidding, okay?
I hope my videos are not being auto-dubbed for other people. I hope they haven't put... My voice is all right. I talk okay. I don't need my voice to be turned into that.
Just kidding. Yeah, I'm going. I put some water on to boil. Look.
So there's always another... There'll be always another... But yeah, another day maybe. This is King Cobra's day. What it has been. Yeah, shouts out King Cobra. Make yourself a drink cocktail combo in heaven. And I hope he's enjoying chatting with Ozzy Osbourne. You be good. You be good. And if you can't be good... This is what I always say, then you're naughty. You be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty. That's the end of my show then when I've said that. So. That I've said it now as well, so. Just have to turn off my face, get rid of that. Give you a bit of, I had some pictures, didn't I? We didn't make any more artificial intelligence pictures, but it doesn't matter. Here's some pictures of him. Here's the music that we put together. The sad music. And I will pass you on to another stream actually, but I can't be asked with raiding now, can I? Well, I'll just quickly see if there's anyone to raid. But you be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty.